Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next session of the Lodge at Endsmeet. Glad to have you all here. Now, before we dive into the actual session, let's see if anybody remembers what the hell happened last time. For a point of inspiration, Pen is pointing at Hellfrog. Perhaps Hellfrog knows.
It's Emily on my screen.
I do
No,
not.
Emily's to your right side.
Emily's
Pen is always pointing at me. She is always pointing at me. According to my screen, you actually are. You do look like you're pointing at me.
Spiritually, I'm pointing at Emily.
On my screen, you're pointing off into the void.
I can't
Anyway.
win.
I can do the recap, you guys. That's fine.
Okay, Emily, let's hear it.
Unless someone else would like to. So we are back on the road to Malikor, and having avoided our dragon encounter from the previous session, we kind of like settled in and made camp. We had that at the end of last session. We had that ceremony with Artie, so he was kind of like cooling down from that. And then meanwhile, we finally had Simic back.
Yay!
So finally like resolve the issue. We spent about the first 40 minutes or so of session basically having a big conversation, heart-to-heart thing about Seeker, and certainly not all of his past because he's been mysterious about that. But we know now that he is definitely a lycanthrope. We found out that he is a bitten lycanthrope, which is significantly more dangerous than the born kind, which Claudia is. And I don't think we totally got everything out of you. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Simic. I don't think we got like the full story about how exactly the lycanthropy and the cult of Saren are connected.
Nope.
But it seems like they are in some way. But it's also kind of unclear. And we found out also that Seeker was bitten as like a young child. So this is a thing that he's been living with for a long time. The fact that he transformed, like there was kind of this implication that when he transformed, it was like maybe not on purpose. It was maybe because of emotions. At which point that was sort of the impetus for him to sort of be like, hey, you shouldn't be around me. Like maybe you shouldn't travel with me because I'm really dangerous. And all of the Wildhearts were like, LO fucking L.
We just bombed a town. What are you talking about?
Like we just bombed it. Like Artie just threw a bomb, and also Velen is burning down a temple, and also Tess was like, I'm a criminal, and also I hit a bunch of shit for no reason that was much less dangerous, and also we travel with the lycanthropes, so like you're
And
fine.
Ori's never done anything wrong in her life.
Yes.
Ori has no enemies. Ori has no enemies. Would you like some porridge? Which is truly one of my favorite lines in the Listen. We basically just had a chat about that, and I don't think I kind of get the sense that like Seeker feels sort of grateful, but also doesn't totally trust that this is a real thing. It's still pretty new, but we kind of seem to agree that Seeker is part of the Wildhearts that is traveling with us, even if that's not necessarily what he decides to do this whole time. Then we took watches, and the thing that I think is the most important thing of note is that at least Artie had terrible dreams. I'm pretty sure Ori passed her wisdom save. I'm pretty sure that it was my fault because Tess said Sanitas' name at some point when we were talking about all the enemies that are on our tail. So like, oops, my fault. So there were some bad dreams. So Sanatoth has not left us, which is, not great. Also, there was like some mysterious artifact that Ori is carrying around, like a bag. She had a mysterious bag.
And she looked at it
There was something
menacingly.
in that bag. I'm pretty sure there was like a charisma save involved, and that's interesting and mysterious. Don't look at me like that, Frog.
Okay.
I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm just telling it what happened. So let's see. So like those things happened. I mean, the biggest, I think the biggest conversations that were had during watches. I think Velen talked to Cal for a little bit about kind of his background and his history, about like traveling around and being kind of like a cleric slash like kind of sword for hire with Tess's dad. And like Velen is determined to learn more about the church. it's Claudia and Seeker had a long heart-to-heart conversation that mostly consisted of Claudia being kind of upset that Seeker didn't tell her that he was a lycanthrope, and feeling a little like sad about that. And then, I'm not gonna remember exactly the line, but she was like, "Don't think this is weird, but I have to go talk to my horse now." That Seeker immediately thought was weird, and then there was just a whole digression about Peanut Butter and who had taken best care of the horses, etc. She had a weird conversation. She had a conversation with Peanut Butter, and Peanut Butter was like, it implied Peanut Butter could theoretically talk to other people that are not Claudia, but like chooses not to. Very unclear. I don't know what's going on with Peanut Butter, but that's a fun mystery. Yeah, so like speaking of horses though, the big thing that happened the next day was that we got caught in a stampede of horses, and it was a very excellent skill challenge. Unfortunately, the upshot of that skill challenge was that some horses were sadly fireballed in a clutch move by Ori, which did save our lives and our cart, etc. But also, on the other hand, some horses were fireballed. But we did escape with our lives, and we're not crushed by a stampede, which is good because we immediately had to fight hill trolls. Well, we didn't have to fight the hill trolls, but it became clear that that's what they were running away from, or giants rather, hill giants. And that was a fun fight, and the giants were hilarious and threw rocks that were real big, but we were fine and survived. And then some of this happened off camera. Artie and Tess managed to, with a series of natural 19s and 20s, harvest the materials for not one, but 2 belts of hill giant strength, which is very
Just
cool.
one.
No,
Just need both hearts.
one. We needed both hearts for the
To make
single
one belt.
belt.
We got both hearts.
You did.
Exactly,
You
so we can
needed
make
both
one
to make
belt.
one.
Oh, okay.
Two
So
hearts,
if we got
one
one,
belt.
not the other.
Okay,
yeah,
my bad.
we're
My bad. I missed it. So
No.
we have one. We have one belt, which is still huge. Hill giant strength. Yay! Huge. So we have the material for that, and that's basically where we left off. And also, we're not far from Malikor. We're actually almost to Malikor.
Finally, we're almost there.
You're almost there.
Sorry, I took us on a very long digression, guys.
Oh,
We did get the one adrenal gland too. I don't know.
Oh,
what
that's
to do
true.
with that,
that's
but
to
we
make
had
a
one
potion
potion.
of giant strength.
Ah, yeah.
Or a lotion.
Or
Oh,
the
Perhaps
yeah.
a tincture or
Lotion.
ointment.
Oh my god.
If you want to use it in
Rub it
combat,
on
you're gonna have to
tab.
spend at least 1 minute rubbing it on yourself.
We'll rub it on Velen so she can get out of web.
That's a good idea. Velen needs to be perpetually lubricated.
The
It's
only
better than the
true
oil.
downside of last session is Ori did not say it's wizard time, motherfuckers, before throwing the fireball.
That is
No.
kind of a prereq for wizards and fireballs.
She was not aware.
Duly noted.
Well, now she knows, so don't let it happen again.
Yeah,
Exactly.
don't let it
Have
happen
usual.
again, Frog.
And knowing is half the battle.
So,
I guess.
well done. Recap, well done. You earn an inspiration point, and as we
Yeah.
resume our adventure, you guys are back on the road atop your cart with horses pulling. Claudia, I assume you're driving once more?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I do.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
I have regrets.
You should.
48.
48.
So many horses come.
No! 48 hearses die immediately.
Hearses?
Hearses.
48 hearses.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm okay with that, actually.
That reminds me of a magical item that I found that just, if you change one letter of a spell, it changes the spell completely, but it has to make sense.
Oh.
I love that ring.
So good. So good.
The Ring of Misspells or something like that. I can't remember.
It's so good.
Anyway, as you
Fire bell.
Oh, I meant to take this medicine like fucking 50 minutes ago and I forgot.
you're a little late. You're 50 minutes
Yeah,
late.
so in the next 15 minutes, I might start to sound like real shit. And if I do, please bear with me.
Okay.
Medicine.
It's medicine that ruins you?
No. It's going to take time to kick in while the
Oh.
other medicine wears off, so.
I understand.
I was like,
That was
Makes a
alarming.
little bit more sense now. We're like, what?
Well, was like, why would you take it?
Don't do it.
Fuck.
As you ride, can I get a D6 from someone, please?
Not it.
Not it.
I got it. I got it.
I knew someone would got it.
I got it.
Artie's gonna kill us.
3. Right in the middle, baby.
3.
Kinda sad face.
After 3 days of travel, moving your way between different pathways, and the land is beginning to look more tended to. You're passing over tilled land, between farmland and around orchards. Enormous pastures that have been set aside, and you can see horses running freely through them. You're still a couple days from Malikor, and you're already coming across farmland. You come under the impression that a huge amount of space around Malikor is just dominated by what look like horse ranches. And with a rough count, Artie, in these pastures that you're passing by, you see thousands of horses.
This nightmare.
Yeah.
I hope they don't know about the fireballs.
Got a bad rap around here, Ori.
Claudia, can I
The
get a
horses
perception
know.
check?
Is it smell based?
No.
Just gotta
You have
ask.
to use your eyeballs.
Gross.
Not your eyeballs.
9. My eyes are real bad at
Oh.
smelling.
Don't worry about it.
So I can hit the long rest button, right?
Oh, yeah. You can hit
It's
it 4 times if you like.
Well, I just need
Yeah.
once because I used
Yeah,
spells on
because
the
it was several
understand.
days have passed.
You know what? I'm just gonna click it 4 fucking times, man.
Okay. And so,
I can
and
prepare
so the
spells.
pettiness begins. As all of you are riding and you're taking in this fact that you've heard that no Svidanian horses are the best. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Malikor before.
Right.
Probably not.
Can I roll for it?
Sure, Seeker.
Not me.
You and Ori might have.
Maybe, yeah.
What do I need to roll here?
Seeker, give me a D100. Ori, you too. Ori, yours is if you roll a 30 or below, you've been here. Seeker, if you roll a 50 or below, you've been here. With a 62, you have not.
Damn.
Nope.
Okay. News to both of you. The land stretches in all directions, and it makes it very easy to see very far. While there are lots of hills, the road that you're on seems to take the high road. You can see very, very long ways out into the distance, and it almost feels as though you're on top of the world, in a sense, as if you're riding over a plateau. And Claudia, as you're driving and you're looking around, you can see farther than you've ever seen before. And a thought creeps into your mind. I need you to roll me a wisdom save, as you realize, yes, Claudia, I'm looking at you.
You get a
others can
get a-
see you too.
you get a
Ew.
+4.
I rolled a 10, so 13 plus 4, 17.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'm a little agoraphobic.
Apparently. Wide open sky around you. It is overcast. But as you all are riding and moving, please roll me another D100.
I think just to say it, Bellin, do you want Tess to still be like talking about religion to you, like in the back of the cart during these like 3 days? We're doing voice
Sure.
acting.
Yeah, we're
and
still talking about that.
working on our respective new proficiencies and feats.
Yeah, improv games.
Improv games. Religious improv games.
So
Oh, God.
I
Sounds like
have a
Christian camp.
question, and if I could just derail it for like 30 seconds, Echo. Claudia, how does my +4, like, how does it help you? How does that feeling help you, like, with your role?
Aren't you
I
supposed
gotta-
to tell me what it does?
Well, sort of, but like,
In this case, this fear creeps on that someone could be looking at you or looking for you. You glance, or maybe you think of Seeker, and you you become more strong-willed. Why?
It's honestly, it's probably this camaraderie of lycanthropy. There's another one in the party, and this one weirdly sounds like her brother. So it's kind of like a, this is, this is okay. I've got support
He's big.
and somebody who I can relate to in a way that my other friends can't quite.
Okay. What do you think of that, Seeker?
I like that. Seeker probably feels sort of protective in the moment.
Oh. I like that too. With Claudia is baby.
She is Bebby.
He is
It's
baby.
been
Little
confirmed by
Bebby.
that chart that Tess made.
It's a good chart.
I am glad that you approve of my suggestions.
I rolled an 81, by the way.
I see that. I was trying not to interrupt you guys, as I don't want to. I want to hear the RP you got going on. With an 81, there's a few things you notice as you're writing. You'll all recall, during the early stages of your voyage, you were waylaid by toll keepers, one of them being a forged mind, an automaton individual with a personality, a conscience, a soul. As you've been riding, you've noticed two things. One, you've noticed a lot of guards on the road, in between these various horse pastures and farms and orchards. You noticed a lot of Malikor town, enforcers, marshals, deputies, and all of them have some commonalities between them. Their armor is dull, matte, dark colored. It looks as though perhaps tree sap or pitch is spread over their armor, preventing it from reflecting light. Their badges are allowed to tarnish, and the leathers that they wear are almost always dark brown or black, making them hard to spot at night. The next thing you notice is you've noticed a lot. Well, not a lot. You've noticed more forged. More than you've ever seen before in your life. Several of the guards that you've seen were forged. These automaton individuals with glowing blue eyes made of lenses set into their faces. Artie, I have to know, seeing these forged, and you being knowledgeable, and maybe from Ceres, does this affect Artie in any way? Would he say something to any of them? Would he ask them any prying questions?
So I mean, they have them in Ceres quite regularly, right?
Well,
Well,
they're
like,
still new.
is it more so in Malikor than it is Ceres?
Yeah. You've seen more here than you ever saw in Ceres, which is alarming to you.
No, he actually sees them as people. He doesn't, in his mind, he sees it as a technological thing, but it's people. It's something cool and something that he might aspire to, but it's not something that's like gonna throw him into a frenzy or want to. He's gonna treat them like, as you've seen from the last interaction with him, like he would any other person.
Okay.
When you say aspire, do you mean that Artie wants to make one or become one?
Make
Yes. Okay. Because Mechano Artie would be pretty cool, though.
would be.
It's true.
Well, he dies maybe.
Well, Artie would know that to make one, you need a person that wants to become one.
Mm-hmm.
So, you don't just do that to somebody. That they have to be willing.
Or you're probably a bastard, man.
Yeah, or you're a monster. You know. Could be. You know. Handful of one.
He will
fistful of
gawk a little bit at some of the craftsmanship on him.
Sure.
Like he has no problem saying that, like, that's fucking good
Nice
craftsmanship.
legs.
Yeah, like, that's a nice little touch he did there. But other than that, still treats him awkwardly like he does everybody else.
Okay. While they all look as though they hail from Ceres, they're wearing. Some of them look like they still have A&A imprints on like pieces of their armor. They're here, and that's weird. You note that as weird.
Okay.
Okay. I need someone to roll me a d10.
I got it. Come on. I don't know why I did that twice, but
A 4.
Okay, 4 is the first one. Hold on. Okay. All right. I need one person to come with me into secrets.
Oh,
Does it
my
matter
God.
who?
Yeah,
Do you have a preference?
it's Velen.
Oh.
Secrets
Velen.
for me.
Right.
Secrets through Velen.
So the way we're going to do this is because I don't want any of you to actually all leave the call. I want everyone to just suppress.
Mute ourselves?
No.
Deafen. Deafen yourself.
That's
so
what I
you
meant.
can't
That's
hear.
what I meant.
Hang on, I'm figuring out how to do that.
It's at the bottom next to your username on Discord. You'll see there's a
Ah,
little
gotcha.
microphone. Okay.
Yeah, if you could please ping when you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Velen. As you are... Well, okay. First question is, where are you in the cart?
She and Tess were sitting in the back of the cart, doing stupid improv games and talking about gods. So she's probably sitting on like a trunk or something in the back.
Sure. As you are... I'm trying to read lips. As you are sitting there...
Say weird shit
across-
about bananas.
Yeah. Gefilte fish. As you are sitting in this cart opposite Tess, you suddenly feel this cold presence that's new to you. It's almost as though it's encroaching from far away. It feels... It's the feeling you get when you know someone has bad news to give you and you're on your way to speak with them. It's the feeling you get when you know something terrible has happened across the house and you are running to go deal with it. It's the anticipation of anxiety, not the actual anxiety itself, but knowing that it's coming. You feel it, and it feels draining. I need you to roll a wisdom save.
Do I get Seeker's Plus, or
You
would
do.
he have to?
You do.
Okay.
He doesn't have to know about it. You just have to be
Okay.
near.
Well, 7.
7.
Which I guess with his plus would be 11, which is still not going to save from anything.
To your perspective, the sky grows gray. It's as though color is sapped from the land around you. The dark brown and green of the plains that you're riding along suddenly turn grayscale. It's as though everything you like and love, you forget it. You just feel extremely depressed. But just for a few moments. It's as though it's a feeling that washes over you, and then it's gone. You don't know why. You don't know where it came from. It's as though it has no origin point. Maybe it came from within. As quickly as it happened, as quickly as it's gone, it's over.
And we back.
All right. Spill the tea.
All I got from the lip reading was wah wah wah
Hold
wah
on.
wah wah.
Hold
wah.
on.
All right, Charlie.
Looks like we need Frog and Pen back.
She looks like
How
she's
were
having
we
some trouble.
supposed to know?
That's why
He
He
said
did
okay.
hear. Yeah.
What?
I
But
said-
everybody else
I-
knew.
I
Because
wrote
he did an
here,
at
okay.
here.
Hi.
It's okay. You're here now.
Alright,
So
alright.
I guess while we're riding in the cart, at mid sentence, just like in the middle of talking, Velen suddenly goes, just starts, looks a little abstracted, and then is just sort of staring off into the middle of the distance for a moment, and then she doesn't seem to remember what they were talking about, and she's just sitting there like,
Tess elbows her in the ribs. Are you doing a bit? What's going on?
No. No. No, not a bit.
Velen?
I don't know.
What? You don't know what?
The world kind of drained a color for a minute.
Like
Not,
you lost.
not. Well,
Metaphorically or literally?
yes. Both. Both of
Okay.
those.
Okay.
Are you feeling sick?
Or unhappy?
I'm not sick, and I feel okay now. I'm just really confused. I've felt like that before, but not in a fit like that. It usually comes on slow and then lasts, until you get better. And that was just
So you're not feeling it right now?
no. I'm all right.
Let me
I'm just
check your
confused
eyes.
now.
I stand up on your lap and I take out a little spoon and I put light on it and I kind of put it to your eyes. Does her eyes dilate normally?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not looking too good.
What's not looking too good?
It's just not looking too good.
What? It's Velen's eyes.
She's
Artie's trying to play doctor with me.
I just
Whoa.
wanted to say that.
Do you even know
Yeah.
which ring does the seeing?
You're certified.
I don't.
I'm a doctor.
I don't know what it was. I didn't have a sense of where it came from or what happened. It's weird. Just
Maybe
like
you're gonna
a-
pass out because you've been talking.
if I was gonna pass out from talking, I think that would happen to me every day of my life.
Fair point.
Well, Tess is gonna put a hand on her forehead. And try to feel for fever.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, perception and not medicine. That's
I'm gonna use divine sense while they're doing
22.
that.
Sure.
He is
Solid
divine.
With a 22, Tess, Velen is remarkably cold. But she's warming.
Are you sure you feel okay?
I feel confused. A minute ago, I felt like a I want to say like a ghost overlapped me, except that it didn't feel like it came from outside of myself.
Seeker, please post divine sense in the foundry.
You are real cold.
You said this has happened before?
No, not like that. I mean, I felt like that. I felt down. I felt like the world drained away to gloom, but not in a little short fit. Just,
Usually for a reason.
yeah.
Seeker, roll me
Like a
perception.
ghost of negativity just flew through you.
Kinda.
No.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. You smell something, Seeker. You smell something that is... Well, when you focus on your divine sense, it smells... dry and cold. It smells like an old salt beach that was the wasteland after a battle. It smells as though an old ghost town that has not seen anyone or anything for centuries. It smells, in the only way you can describe it, like sadness.
I'll relay that. And just, right, so what happened exactly?
I mean, nothing happened. I just felt. I don't know.
Sad?
Yeah. Not just sad. Like the inchoate taste at the beginning of despair, and then it was gone.
Do you think maybe it had something to do with your god?
No,
Tess is rummaging around getting blankets to make a blanket.
that's not what Dawes feels like.
Does it have something to do with any god? Can I roll?
Roll religion.
I will too also roll religion.
Nah.
Somebody's got to burrito this Azamar and blankies.
That is what Tess is doing.
So, Velen, you don't feel particularly cold.
No, I don't. I'm all right.
With a
No,
19, Tess.
It's really cold though. Your skin is cold.
Velen puts her hand on her face. Does she feel clammy? Or does it just feel like skin?
It's going away. So, you felt extremely cold earlier to the touch,
Right,
but it is,
right.
you are warming. And at this point, after this time in conversation, not so much anymore.
We've moved past it.
What happens with my 19?
There is not a lot of information to connect to just this feeling of sadness related to a god. You are trying to focus on perhaps maybe some deity is impacting Velen, or maybe something has desecrated her momentarily. There's not really anything
Someone
to
walked over her
connect
grave.
here. And as you're thinking about it, whatever this was, you don't think it was divine.
Okay. Do I think it's undead?
Roll Arcana.
That's some shit I don't think I know very much about. Nope.
You have your answer. You don't
okay.
know.
I don't know. But I
Alright,
don't like.
Well,
I'm gonna. If Velen doesn't want the blankets, I'm gonna make her flowers. Because
I'm
Tess
just
wants,
gonna say that
Tess
we need
wants
to just
something to do.
like I think it's gone away now, whatever it was. I just unsettling.
Well, let's get the hell out of here.
Mm.
alright, I'm keeping
Artie.
an eye on you then.
Do I see anything around us that it looks like anything, or is it just still open road?
Still open roads with horse pastures on both sides.
All right.
Artie, with your insane amount of arcane knowledge from the books that you've read and the studies that you've performed, how much have you been listening?
Like me personally in real life,
Well,
or
both.
Artie. I've been listening in IRL this whole time.
Okay.
Artie's been kind of, I mean, it's a little bit out of his wheelhouse if we're talking about undead or divine. So he's kind of scattering in his brain to think of whatever kind of arcane besides undead or divine that it could be, but he doesn't know anything really about undead or
Well,
divine.
you do know something about an effect that makes people feel depressed or sad. You've read about it.
Called
It's the-
light.
It's life, yes.
All
No.
life.
It is the constant drain one feels when they're in the Shadowfell.
Hmm.
I would have read about the Shadowfell for sure.
Yes. Which is why I'm bringing this to your attention.
Yeah.
So, this is just a theory. It's the only thing I can kind of come up with. I don't know much about the undead or all the gods and all that, but you know how like back in Endsmeet there was parts that were the kind of like thin veil between the Fae. The only real conclusion I can come up with is maybe we're at a part that's a thin veil with the Shadowfell, because that kind of lines up on the feeling that you're having of dread and despair and everything like that. I can't really think of anything else unless it's a ghost. Ooh, it
Right.
makes ghost noises.
Eh,
You think someone came through the Shadowfell?
Maybe we passed
could-
through a cold spot.
It could be a weak, like a thin veil, you know, like how it was back in Endsmeet for the Fae. They can have places like that for the Shadowfell, and if this is a big old vampire town, I can assume that it would be Shadowfell.
I don't like that.
No.
That is just the only thing that I can kind of come up with. I can
Right,
be
it
completely
makes
wrong
sense.
or 100% right. There's no in between.
There is.
Hmm.
What would that be?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, I never wanted to go to the Shadowfell. That was not on my list of destinations to visit.
Oh, not even just to take a peek?
It also might
Yeah.
not be the actual Shadowfell. It could be a creature from the Shadowfell that sucks the despair and happiness out of you.
Claudia, roll
Yes.
me a history check.
I don't want to feed a despair squid.
Could be an elf.
16.
An elf?
Oh.
You remember from your
An
time
elk.
with the Edevanes, vampires do not like the Shadowfell. As they feel all emotions enhanced, the Shadowfell is particularly harmful to them.
Oh yeah, they would be super stressy and depressy. Vampires don't like the Shadowfell.
Stressy, depressing.
Feels like they're aesthetic.
You'd think, but they feel emotions on a level that isn't quite matched by mortals.
They feel more
Okay.
emotions as a vampire?
They feel them more strongly. They don't, anger is blinding rage and happiness is euphoria, etc. So if you go to a place of eternal sadness, you'd be really sad.
Absence in the blood. That's interesting.
I am going to skim through that book I got about the inner workings of the vampire government in the book on Malikor. Is there any references?
I thought it was
me
just
of the book.
vampire
And-
hierarchy.
Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to remember.
I don't know if
the
it's
name of the
necessarily
book.
Malikor society, but it's like vampire at large.
No. This book was like a boring book about Malikor. If
A
I'm not
boring
mistaken.
book about Malikor.
What am I rolling?
I don't know what the book is.
You gotta remember what the title
I
is.
need to know what
Dreams
the book is.
of the Eclipse. Books on Malikor vampires and Malikor government.
Ah, okay. Thank you. Hold on. Let me pull that up. All right. Okay. You're going to look through the book. What are you looking for? Or are you just reading it?
Any reference? No, I'm gonna speed read and just kind of look out for any reference to Shadowfell in this book.
Roll investigation.
Tess, meanwhile, is like keeping sentry out the door and is kind of like put herself between Velen and the.
Sure.
Like,
roll
I
me
get
perception.
it. I
Yeah,
get
it's
it
fine.
an advantage because of the things and stuff, because of my glasses.
Sure.
You need
Anything within
advantage.
a
It's plus
one-
19.
Look,
With
anyone can roll a natural one.
with a
I rolled a
27.
an 8.
With a 27, Artie, you learn a few things. Regarding the Shadowfell, it is as Claudia said. Vampires find the Shadowfell dangerous to them. You know from your own studies that the Shadowfell, if one stays there too long, they become depressive until they kill themselves. For a vampire, that becomes a matter of hours.
Oh. Okay, so I'm assuming they didn't build their little town around a thin veil of the Shadowfell.
No.
is
That
would
what
be
my
dumb.
astute-
Okay, so going through this, and with what you're telling me, Claudia, most likely not a thin veil between the Shadowfell, but that doesn't mean that something from the Shadowfell might be here. So, good news, bad news type of thing, you know?
Or that a terror had developed.
Yeah,
Tess, with a
maybe
19?
someone put it there.
With a 19, you don't see anything approaching the wagon as you're rolling along. You are pretty confident. You are keeping guard, and you would see something if it was approaching.
Okay. I put a flower crown on Velen's head.
What flowers are they?
And the instant she turns around, no, that doesn't happen.
Velen reaches up and tilts the flower crown at a rakish angle.
A rakish angle. Love it.
Velen, you can pick the flowers because they would be whatever flowers Velen likes.
Okay.
Velen likes lots of flowers. He
All
likes
the
bright
flowers.
things.
Bright
You like
flowers.
just one big sunflower.
Tiger lilies. Tiger lilies.
Yeah, that would suit her.
As you all are riding, if there's any more investigations you'd like to do on this subject, we can cover it now. Otherwise, we will continue the journey.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
there anything about my item that I have in my bag that would make me think it might be connected to the Shadowfell?
You don't think so?
Okay.
Has it ever come up before?
Mm-mm.
In
Do I know
fact,
anything?
With the context, you think it's really unlikely that it would have anything to do with your item. Would you know anything about what?
The Shadowfell,
Roll me Arcana.
or why it might have liked me, or disliked me in particular. No, I don't know shit. That's 12.
Everyone likes you, villain.
Peggy, with your 12.
Why the fuck is it still showing Peggy? I'm literally not. I don't have her open.
It's okay.
She's not
don't
in this
panic.
game.
With a 12, you believe what Artie said to be true. You, with your conversations with Selite and the other things that you've read, maybe a rift opened? That's not likely. There would be other side effects if one did.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it just hit you is weird.
I don't know, but Bellin, I'm starting to notice a trend here. You had that one rock guy. What was his name? Forgot his name already. Neo was kind of looking out for you from a different plane, and you know, now maybe a Shadowfell person. What's going on with that? It's the family? Have to do with the family?
Stuff
Maybe your brother?
with my family could make sense from the Feywild, but there's no way. I mean, I guess my brother could get mixed up with the Shadowfell, but not on purpose. Seems pretty unlikely.
Okay. Just throwing it out there, you know.
He's just not that kind of nerd. He's a different kind of nerd.
What kind
People
of
get
nerd?
into some shit, you know. Just look at us.
Haven't you heard
just-
that nerds will inherit the Nth?
The what?
No.
The Nth.
Where do they say that?
It's... I don't know. I've heard it.
It's cute.
Where'd you hear it from?
Don't press me on this, alright? It's just a one-off saying.
No. Where did you hear it?
People.
What kind of nerd is he, villain?
I don't want to talk about it right now. It doesn't seem relevant.
Okay.
Hmm.
We could ask around in town, maybe if they've heard of any disturbances with this kind of situation. Maybe it's a common occurrence.
Or we could avoid it completely.
Yeah, I like
I'd love
that
to
too.
know how to do that. That would be great.
I'm in favor of
Right.
that one.
I'm
Everything
trying.
can't
I'm
be
getting the
avoided,
horses
though.
going.
No, but hope springs
Just-
eternal.
Just keep an eye on it and move on.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep an eye out for invisible depression feelings, I guess.
Yep.
I'm keeping watch. I'm keeping watch.
Sadness creeps up on you.
Well, and I can let you know how I deal with it every day.
Is it alcohol?
You just repress and repress and repress, and eventually you throw a bomb at people.
Right, that's not what we do.
That sounds like
It
a
worked for years.
lesson learned there, Artie.
It was.
Oh, God.
Don't repress your
Velen's gonna pull out her panpipes and just start playing.
Okay.
It is not stealthy.
echo.
We're not speaking.
Echo.
I'm just saying.
Would
Wow.
you? Would I know there's more materials I need to make this build of hill giants?
Yeah. You
Just
need...
Banasite or more stuff?
So, in order to make a belt of hill giant strength, you're going to need enchantment-ready leather. You're going to need leather from either a mystical creature or leather from a mundane creature that has been infused with either diamond dust, banasite, or arcane sugar.
Oh, do you think I can take my pristine direwolf pelt and infuse it with Banasite that I have?
It would take time,
if so-
but yes.
Okay, cool. We'll go over that later then.
Okay.
I mean, you could have started that over the 3 days that we've
I
been
mean,
traveling.
how much Banasite would I need? Because I have. Let me see. I used some for the bomb.
My buddy.
I have 150 gold worth left.
One moment. Let me look at a belt of hill giant strength. Okay. It will
So I have a
cost
fully-
you 1,250 gold worth of Banasite, or
Oh
1,000 gold of diamond dust.
God.
So 2250. Cool.
Would buying the leather be cheaper?
What?
You said-
What's the 2,250?
You said 1,000 and 1,250, or
Yeah.
is it either or?
Banasite is a substitute for diamond dust and any other spell components, and it always costs 25% more if you're just doing it with pure Banasite.
Cool.
So
I
it's
thought you
either-
said N. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
It's either 1,000 gold of diamond dust or 1,250 gold worth of Banasite. And it will require 2 weeks of basically seeping, where you press the leather between heavy stones with Banasite powder all over it.
Cool.
Until
sounds
when
right.
you remove the stones, the Banasite powder is gone.
Man.
Cool. This sounds like something
You
to do
are
on the way back.
shaken.
Yeah.
Probably.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I'm
gonna. No, I can't.
It's okay, Peggy. Let it go.
Peggy is not here.
Don't worry about it, Peggy.
As all of you are writing.
no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, as all of you are riding, the day turns to evening, which turns darker into night. But you know that you're approaching Malikor, and you're approaching it quickly. Claudia, as you drive the wagon up and over the hills, all of you see, just over the nearest crest, peeking down, you're looking over the city of Malikor, gleaming black and gold in the night air. And the frickin' thing does not allow vision.
No.
It's really dark tonight. There it is.
Spoopy.
That's so cool.
It is really appropriate that we're getting to Malikor in Halloween season.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
All
gonna
building
get
up to
bit
this.
walking down an alley.
You're okay. You're already bit.
Hell yeah. Wait, no, that's bad.
The second we see this town, I'm gonna look at the rest of the group.
You fucking telling me that this isn't run by vampires? Come on.
It is run by vampires. No one's denying that, Artie. I think you're just over exaggerating the extent at which they.
I think you're underestimating them.
I
Oh,
think I
boy.
know vampires, Artie.
Okay, you're right.
Not everyone's a
I'm sorry.
vampire.
That's what That's what
I'm
we're
not a
trying to
vampire.
explain to him. Now I'm
You're not?
suspicious.
Cal, are you sure?
I could look like a vampire,
I
but
am.
I'm not one.
Will you?
Claudia, what's a vampire look like?
They got
More
teeth, I
cheekbone,
think.
paler skin.
He met Liam
They wear a cape.
very briefly.
Liam's a vampire.
Yeah,
Oh,
One of the good
he
Oh,
ones.
just turns into Liam.
there he is.
This works well for Frog.
I don't know this man.
Oh, that's true. Or he never met Liam.
He's handsome though.
You seem like a nice guy. I only spoke with him for maybe a few moments.
That's really cool.
delightful. This is cool.
Tess does not turn into what Cal usually looks like, but she does speak in his voice and says, "Show off."
What? It's like a party trick.
It is. It's
What?
so
Don't I
interesting.
know it?
I didn't turn any drinks, but maybe later.
Valentine,
Seeker pulls out his whiskey.
We'll
Hey,
definitely get you
good
a
on
drink.
you.
Yeah?
you still have that thing that Liam gave you, right?
Yep.
That's kind of
Uh,
our
Wearing
Get-
it as a token around my neck.
get out of this in one piece token.
It is our networking token, and it will be used for networking. I also
Right.
have this other networking token on my middle finger.
I
No,
don't
my ring
think
finger.
Tokens are required to leave the city alive.
No, but
No,
we're gonna be.
but they will
prying.
They will be useful for
For what?
making friends and influencing
A-
people.
as
Because we're
you-
networking.
As you have stopped and you're looking over the city, from this perch, you notice that near you is what looks like maybe it's a gatehouse or a watchtower with a number of guards that are kind of milling about around it. One of them sees you just kind of standing here looking at Malikor. Oi there!
Hello, the what?
First time in the city.
Yes, visitors, brand new.
You look it. Make sure you don't bring your horses through the gates.
Oh, is there a stable we could rent?
Aye. On the right side of the gate of this western side here, they'll handle you for a very low fee. Likely a copper a day.
Beautiful, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And he just kind of looks at you all and nods and then goes back toward the guardhouse.
Horses this
How
can't
far
come in
away
the
is he?
city.
He's not like
It's-
right next to our cart, right?
Not anymore.
The
He walked up and like yelled at you guys, and now he's gone back toward the guardhouse.
Is he a vampire?
I whisper.
Oh my god.
I
Limbs.
sniffed the air.
Right? Yeah, he is oddly. I saw it. His teeth.
Claudia, roll a
Fucking knew it.
perception.
it makes sense that you don't want to bring horses
Terrible.
in
11.
among cobbled streets.
It smells like oil. You don't think it's a vampire.
He's just
told
a
you-
grease ball.
Artie, I told you that they can hide their nature if they want to.
Okay. So should I stop asking, or should I just tell you?
You
when I
shouldn't
know what
ask
it is?
anyone.
Right. I just I look at Artie and I go, right. It's always their teeth. Just look at them, you'll know.
What will
Okay.
you do if one of them says yes?
I'm gonna run.
Okay.
I've been working on this trick actually.
You're
that
gonna
Cal,
activate its
you...
prey drive.
No. I go invisible and I run.
And I was gonna chase you.
Right,
just
they have a
ink
good
and
sense
run.
of smell. Ink? What?
Nope. No.
Right.
But I've been working on this little device that's gonna help me blend in, and Cal and Tess, I think you're gonna like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's talk to the livery
As-
stable here.
As Cal turns back into looking like Cal, he says, "Wait."
That's better.
He winks at you and then turns back to Artie and says, "What? Why? Why would you have to hide who you are? You're just you're a gnome.
Huh?
No, gnomes
What?
are not oppressed, usually."
But if we need to go on a secret co-op mission, you know,
Oh, I see.
covert. Yeah.
I'm not
What's,
sneaky in
what
any
do you
way.
guys-
Whisper. I'm gonna be able to change my appearance like you do. I've been
Okay.
Oh,
doing it
yeah?
For a long time. Yeah.
Can you show me?
I click something on my belt, and I turn a knob on the other side of it, and I turn into a small tabaxi. Alter self.
A little
Cute.
kitten.
How long before he got that? That's incredible.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm just a tabaxi now.
What is this disguised self or is this something else?
Alter self.
Alter
Oh,
self. Okay.
you're legit a tabaxi.
I can only turn into small things.
That's so
Yeah,
I'm
you
small.
can't become a medium.
Does he
yeah.
grow a tail? I
Uh,
don't think you gain
yeah.
limbs.
He would, yeah.
I'm bipedal.
With other self, you do. Yeah.
A tail would. It's not a useful tail, but it would be a
Yeah.
little tail.
Oh, he's got. What if he's like a Scottish, like a one of those
That's-
tailless
that's-
ones, the little nub?
That's him.
A
No,
mank.
I
Test
have a tail.
him immediately.
I'm a black tabaxi with like
He's a
little bit
void.
of like gray tiger stripes a little bit. Just faint.
Very
So
handy
I fit in.
kitty.
Do you mind?
I feel like this. Uh-huh.
And Cal, like, pets at your head.
Rub, rub.
Yeah.
Does it?
Start
It's
kicking.
actually fur. Oh.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, no, I kind of been picking up on what you guys do. I can't do it naturally, but, you know, if you can't do it yourself, make something that can.
I'm so pleased by this. This is incredible.
You should thank Jamino. She's the first.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, I didn't use her magic, so.
Right, but never mind. All right.
Hey
I
guys.
made this.
You should thank Jumino because you like me.
Okay.
And I
Oh, you can do
yeah.
that. Yeah, I
I'm
can
not
do
sure
that.
that's a good reason to thank someone.
Yeah, yes, Ori.
I do a little pound on my chest, one up to the sky.
Thanks, man.
What are out of curiosity? I suppose I could have asked at any number of points before now, but what are you guys doing here?
Oh, I'm trying to find the seventh trellis, and they're here to help me.
What's
Yeah.
the seventh trellis?
Assassins.
Oh,
I'm going. All right. So, I trust you. You've been, remarkably flattering, but also, on the level for most of this. I have a
She
relic.
still hasn't poisoned me yet.
Not
No,
yet.
I mean, you did eat rations for most of the time, which no hard feelings for sure. Cal pulls this sphere out of his pack, the same one that he showed you, Tess. It is round, iridescent in shape, but it looks as though color and light reflects off it at strange angles. And he says, "I don't know what it is, but I do know that those in the Seventh Trellis will take this as payment to close their contract on priests of the Glidalak. And perhaps with some smooth talking, we might find out what information they got, so we can find out what the fuck happened to old Tess's old man."
Oh, you're trying to solve a murder.
Yes.
That's why I wanted to. That's why I dragged them all here.
Wait,
And
that's
And
why
while
we're here?
we're gonna
Tess,
try
I'm-
to make contact
I'm so
with.
sorry about your father, dear.
Oh,
Sorry.
thanks, Ori. He was a good man.
I'm sure he's proud.
So
We can only hope we have people who will avenge us when we're gone.
what I'm really hoping, the real reason why I have this artifact is not just as payment to close the contract, but to locate. So, when you die, typically you're revivable through, raise dead or revivify, those sorts of spells. Most of those are beyond me.
Me too.
But those around our father, when he passed, could cast those spells, but they couldn't because his soul was not there.
It's blocked.
Well, if we can get in contact with the Seventh Trellis and they see this as promising payment, maybe they can tell us what the fuck happened to it or where it is, because you can't destroy a soul, it can just be moved. So I'd like to know where it is, because I'd like my old friend back, and I'm certain Tess would like to know what happened to him.
Oh. I hope you succeed.
Right, but the problem is, I don't know where the Seventh Trellis is in all of Malikor, and from here, that city looks enormous. So,
It's pretty big.
Well, there was some hope that we might be able to use connections that Liam offered us, and Velen
The
shows
token.
the token around her throat.
We
And
need to talk to those people anyways.
right, and we need to check on the McDougal. I've got this token because of the treaty.
so it
That
sounds
we
like
were
we're going
going-
to be talking with vampires whether we want to or not.
Right.
Artie, are you prepared for that?
Yeah, that's why I'm a cat.
All right.
Sure.
That was the weirdest response.
It fits.
Are you ready? Yes, I'm a cat.
Well,
Do
here
I
we are.
fit the aesthetic of this town?
Very.
I'm fitting in.
Well,
Your fur is quite lustrous.
Tess is
Yeah.
rubbing under your chin.
now that I've, spilled the beans, the cat's out of the bag for you, Ori.
Oh my god.
I was proud of that one. Come on.
Did you come up with that?
A plus, so good.
I'd
That's
love to
very good.
know what it is you're doing in Malikor. You did tag along with us, but we haven't really gleaned
Oh.
anything out of you.
Claudia, were you trying to say something?
Seeker just
Yes,
daggers.
definitely.
He's staring daggers at you. All right, come on.
At me?
Yeah.
We're going to help you.
As soon as you
Well,
tried to
Oh.
vert the thing to Claudia, he just daggers like you're trying to avoid something.
Oh, that's very kind. Honestly, I wouldn't want to endanger any of you. You've got your own
All
business
right,
there.
you heard the shit they told me fucking not before days ago. So
well,
that excuse is out the window.
how much alcohol do I have to get in you to hear this out of you?
oh, preferably none. I'll just tell you. I am here to. I need to report to the Scroll Keepers. I did a mission for them up north, and I have something to deliver. Uh, hopefully, I can figure out a little bit more about why I was sent after it or what it is.
Oh. Friends back home told me to speak with Scribe Geralt at the Scroll Keepers Guild. Does that name mean anything to you?
Echo, does that name mean anything to me?
Roll a history check.
Okay. Where is history? Oh, I'm good at that. Come on.
I love the fact that his hair is just as crazy as it should be.
Of course it would be.
Oh, it's so cute. 16.
I just
16.
AI'd that.
You heard a couple names of people that you could contact, and Geralt was one of them. He was this up-and-coming scribe that was supposed to be responsible for a lot of unusual and unique artifacts within the Scroll Keepers Guild that they were trying to identify, really.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, actually, I'm looking for him as well. What? Are you just looking for information about this trellis?
I was told he'd know who to speak to, or might have a clue as to what direction to head in.
I imagine he would. He's, as far as I know, he's the keeper and manager of their acquisitions department for lesser known and more mysterious artifacts.
Alright, so
Oh, well.
that could be a plan, but perhaps we do that in the morning?
Right.
Or unless you're in a hurry?
No.
What do you all
No.
think?
I had a question for the DM.
Yes, DM here.
Claudia has spent some time around vampires. Does she know the proper etiquette for interacting with them? Or, like, trying to set up a conversation?
So,
Besides being like, go into the first story you see and be like, hey, do you know where the Achataris live?
you know...
Didn't Liam tell us to? Sorry, but didn't Liam tell us to show the token? I'm sorry.
I don't
But
remember.
Echo, please answer. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You know the proper protocol for speaking with Venatori vampires, which
That's
is
true.
generally...
They're kind of the opposite.
Yeah,
Don't.
which is generally don't make eye contact, behave like a prey animal, and they might leave you alone.
Hmm.
So, in short answer, no.
Gotcha. But as Sao brought up, were we given a stronger set of directions from Liam that it's been months and none of us remember, or
He
I don't
gave
remember
you
at
this
least?
amulet saying that it will mark you as a friend of the kindred, and that if you are targeted, it will likely get you out of trouble. That's
But
what
it's
he
As far
not-
as getting
it's
an
not
audience
really
with
like-
the Achatari, it's we're probably gonna have to figure that shit out.
Yeah, probably.
Well, Cal is
Well, I
our
think that's-
quest giver.
Well, and the ring that we have from our Revenant friend is about that too, because we have to talk to them about the treaty issue.
Well, maybe we go to the
Mm.
Scroll Keepers Guild, talk to that guy, and he'll probably know how to parlay with the vampires because he's lived here for a while.
Likely.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, I think.
Didn't Nazik want us to do something too?
Yeah, there's a Genasi
At the
in Scroll Keepers Guild.
Oh, this is so we're just one-stop shop and everything, Scroll Keepers?
At the very least, it's the first stop.
Do you remember the name
Stuck up.
of the Genasi?
Wish?
Charm. Her name is Charm.
Charm. I knew it was something like that.
Wish.
Wish. I don't know.
You're close.
Yeah.
Hopeful
Yeah.
prayer,
Yeah, hope, destiny.
thoughts and prayers.
Yikes.
Pots and pairs.
Some Utah name.
Wow.
Do you
Yeah.
remember what you were supposed to do with Wish?
Supposed to give him something.
Charm. You said wish.
They gave us a package. He gave us a package. He
You give us
said,
a-
"Don't open it because it'll do something bad."
It'll
He'll
like
tell you what it
actually
is."
destroy you.
And it's an art. I can't remember what it is. It's like a thing. It's like a bauble that we have to give her.
It eats your soul.
I think it eats her soul. Yeah.
I just made that up. 100%.
I was like, I don't remember that, but maybe.
Literally in my notes, what I said is go to the halfway inn for Nazik, find an Aaron Genasi named Charm, give an amber crystal, we shouldn't touch it or it will take our soul.
Yeah, I just said he has a delivery. He needs us to deliver
Yeah,
it
it
to
was.
Charm.
He really emphasized that mucking around with it would fuck up our day at the very
But it was
least.
unclear whether he just didn't want us to touch it because he doesn't want us to touch it because we are untrustworthy bastards.
Are you all likely to touch things people tell you not to touch?
Already is.
Yep.
I look directly at Artie.
It's called trial and error, and that's how you learn.
Oh, well, you're not exactly wrong.
Failure is how you
As
become
I
successful.
recall, Zelen wrapped the crystal in one of the costume dresses
Yeah.
that she had in her pack. So she's just got this amber crystal tied up in like velour.
Juicy
What
couture.
time of day is it?
It's like 10 at night.
Great.
wow.
Yeah,
so
we
the
need- let's
Scrollkeeper's
find an-
Guild is probably closed right now.
Yeah, let's get lodging for our horses, lodging for ourselves, go to sleep, try the scroll keepers in the morning.
I'm a cat for an hour.
What?
Okay.
You want to come up?
Sounds
on
like a
my-
personal
you
problem to me.
wanna
I
just like chill on my shoulders, Artie? I would like
Yeah. I want to
Looks
try
like
to
a
run
little
on all
tabaxi
fours.
child.
I try running on all fours and it looks really awkward because I'm still bipedal.
that.
I'm like
What are you doing?
big crawling. And it doesn't work as easy as
Yeah,
you think it would.
please let no actual tabaxi see him while he's doing that.
I'm gonna
Uh,
just.
are-
You look
Are
around for
there
a tabaxi. You don't see one immediately.
I'm gonna put him on my shoulders.
Okay, I'm up here.
All right, you're up
I'm
there.
gonna scare the shit out of somebody.
I found one.
I found. Look at that little tabaxi.
He would prefer not to be here.
Tabaxi has wares if you have coin.
No coin.
Oh, there he goes.
Okay, so, what is the plan? I'm sorry.
We find lodging for the evening so we
Well,
can go
let's-
to the
We're gonna
Scrollkeepers.
I figure we're at the stable and we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
just
we lodge
kind
the
of
horses.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
can
good.
say you store your cart and horses at the stable.
I give Peanut Butter a kiss on the nose.
You just hear in your mind, thanks.
See you later.
As you are putting the horses away, a stable hand comes out to take your coin, and when he sees Peanut Butter, he looks at you and he says, "Where'd you get a Notion Marcher?"
She blinks.
I don't know.
All right,
What's an ocean marcher?
this is a Notion Marcher. They're war horses.
She looks at Peanut Butter.
Peanut Butter looks at you.
PB's not really a fighter in my
Do you want to do
experience.
war, Peanut Butter?
Do you want to commit atrocities, Peanut Butter?
No.
She doesn't seem like she wants to be a war horse.
The stable hand looks at you. Are you her master?
I feed her and I brush her. Sometimes we chat.
He kind of tilts his head back and he says, "So you are her master, okay?
Well, wait. Do they normally talk?
Notion Marchers, you can think to them if you bond with them."
Buddy, do you talk to your horse and it talks back?
Sometimes.
The fuck? You're just telling us this now?
Oh, some people
Uh,
know.
No, we talked about it.
Am I just out of the loop with everything going on around here?
Right,
Well, about
so,
horses, nobody talks to you about horses because they don't want you to hide behind the couch.
That's a good point, actually.
You don't
What?
like horses.
why'd you lie to me the other night then?
I didn't. I said I was gonna go talk to my horse.
Hmm.
That was as straightforward as you could get.
Well, you should keep a close eye on them because they're valuable, and hard to find. So
But we're
We
in
will-
Vidania. How hard could it be to find a Notion marcher?
they're privately trained and raised. You need a license to breed them so that you don't accidentally bind yourself to a marcher before it's sold to its true owner.
I didn't intend to bind with this horse.
Well, you did if you can speak with it. Her? PB?
Peanut butter.
You know she's chestnut brown.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I'm treading ground that's already been tread. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
No, sir.
normally it would
Stampeded,
be
really.
it would be a copper a night for each horse. But with a marcher, I'm going to have to use the enclosed stable for her. So that's going to be 8 silver a night for her.
Oh, that's okay.
Do
She
you need
hands
me-
over a gold.
Oh,
How long do you think we're gonna be here, guys?
Right.
A week?
Hard to say.
I'll
Not
just give
that
you 10
long.
gold.
She just hands it over.
this kid is like, oh.
Let's pay for a week now, and if we need to come back and pay more, we will.
Yeah,
Do you need me to
Um,
lock up your cart in the bay?
Please.
yes,
That would be
please.
lovely. We would fight anyone who tried to take Claudia's horse. It's
It's really important.
I would eat their face.
Really, the enclosed
You know-
stable's
Oh.
enough. Don't worry. No one's ever taken
Good.
one out of there before.
good on ya.
Let me ask you this: you ever have a notion marsher at your stable before?
A couple of times. They're very uncommon, though.
You protect him with your life, and Cat Me just does.
Oh.
All right.
Peanut butter's a girl.
You protect her. With your life.
I'll protect her
Or at
with
least
the
protect her with the enclosure.
stable.
Are you-
Now, to let you know, at 8 in the
Forgive the cat.
It's fine. I don't think I've ever spoken with a small one of your kind before. It's nice to meet you. I'm Halen. Anyway,
Oh dear.
thank you. What was I saying? Every morning at 8 in the morning, we take all the horses out and let them out in pasture for a few hours. So if you come by around that time, your horses will be galloping out and free. So if you need to leave in a hurry on a day, please let me know so we can keep those horses in on that time.
Okay. If we know, we'll let you know.
Appreciate
We don't
it.
always know.
You can always send a runner out here to Westbrook.
Okay.
That's very good. Can you
What's-
recommend an inn for people?
The Whiskey Dip has really nice rooms.
No whiskey dip. I like that. Let's do
Sounds
that.
like it
one.
has whiskey.
Sounds
They
good.
they brew they do
Seeker likes
make
that.
their own whiskey.
Right, I need a new bottle.
I could use some.
Great. Thanks for the recommendation.
Tell
Thank you,
old,
Halen.
tell the tender Garter that I sent you.
Garter.
Garter.
Will do.
Garter.
You'll know him. He's an old grey dwarf and he's grumpy, but he'll treat you well.
Grumpy dwarves have the best whiskey.
It's true. Not that
Off
I
we
know.
go.
And as you,
As everyone starts to leave, Seeker's gonna like lean into him and gonna take out 5 gold and like shake his hand and palm it up, like maybe some extra care for the horse.
oh, you can count on me, sir. No worries.
Woo!
Adventurers just
Peanut-
Weird
giant
rich people.
stacks of
Yeah.
money.
Peanut butter's gonna be pampered.
Right, that's what I'd hope for.
Don't forget the others.
Don't worry. It's my job. Best of luck.
Please stop giving me money.
He is.
That was very
He's like
sweet,
blushing.
Seeker. Claudia knew.
This kid is like blushing as he's scurrying off to very meticulously tend to all of your horses as they are
Kid is
pulled
gonna
into the
get-
stables.
Like, so much money from
That's
this.
that's more money than he's seen like in his whole life. So, I'm going to pull up the map of Malikor as you have entered.
Yay!
You've entered
We
through
did it, guys.
the Murky Point.
As we start going through town, I want to just keep an eye out. I want to see what the most common small creature is.
Okay.
Is there a bunch of gnomes walking around? Is there small tabaxis? Is there goblins? Is there, you know what I mean?
Look at you pretending you're going to be inconspicuous for 1 second of your life.
I'm trying. I want to be a
Frog,
small
holy shit.
Sorry.
Roll me an investigation there, Artie.
Yeah.
It's
He's
just gonna be
getting
like
low.
a million.
He's gonna roll 9,000.
No, it's a 22.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You rolled a
You rolled a
3.
Fucking-
3,
that's
and you got
nothing
a
at all.
burn already.
I'm good at like 2 things. Okay.
Super good.
Plus 19. That's fucking nuts.
Art lock homes.
So, the majority of small creatures that you're noticing right now, as it's 10 at night, are kobolds.
Yes.
Because it's night.
Okay.
I think you would pass for
Cool.
a kobold real easily.
You see,
Yeah, honestly, he's
and,
got that energy.
and as it is night, all of you notice several Drider, Drow, kobolds, Duergar,
Oh.
milling about the streets of Malikor, performing their own business. It seems as though this is the nightlife of Malikor, and while the streets are pretty busy, no one seems to give you much mind. Vendors are calling out for various sorts of mushroom stews. You hear all sorts of words that you've never heard before. Do any of you speak Undercommon?
I don't know.
Sure don't.
No.
Nope.
Tess, do you by chance speak Undercommon?
I don't have it, and I don't have tongues.
Okay.
So
You are hearing words that sound alien to you, but you generally see folk that you would expect to see in Undertow or perhaps the Underdark going about their business as if it's the daytime. You're getting some strange looks as your adventurers that just entered town, but really all you hear is a couple guards say, "Mind your manners," but they're not necessarily speaking to you. They're just being guards.
what are the regular people around here? Is it like just a big mix of people? Is there like a kind of
Well, because it's 10 at night, you
Sure
don't know.
was.
You see
Night people.
you see people that see in the dark extremely well,
Sure.
and it's their morning technically.
Yeah. So we're heading to the whiskey dip.
You don't know where that is.
Oh,
He mentioned it was
okay.
straight within the gates. Why don't you go
All right.
ahead? Anybody looking for it can roll me an investigation, or
Okay.
can roll by asking people and can roll me a persuasion.
Hey, I'll ask some people.
All right, give me that persuasion check.
Directions
Okay, I was
really
about,
aren't my
I was
thing.
about to do that,
It's on a roll.
but Seeker's doing just fine.
Okay, Seeker, how do
Seeker
you
was
ask
thinking-
out of curiosity?
So he would basically be like, I heard there's some good whiskey to be had at this place, the Whiskey Dip. You know where it's at?
The gray dwarf that you stopped, this Duergar looks up at you and he says, "All right, you're down this street a little through and you just go to the west get
All right, what?
Well, sorry,
Maybe a little slower, yeah. That's,
straight ahead. Left, you'll see it. Front's lined with glass bottles.
oh, all right. Thank you.
Like a
And
fresh
Just go
dorm
down,
room.
I'll give him a silver.
Oh,
Good afternoon to you too.
good afternoon.
I feel like it's like when you listen to a Scotsman speaking in those YouTube
It's
videos.
like that, yeah. It's a lot like that.
And
it's
they're just like,
common, just-
and you're
Like
like, what
this-
the fuck did I just do?
this is perfectly English somehow, but also I have no idea what is going on.
Yeah, he just broke my ears.
It's undercommon, so it's similar to common, but you can't
But
understand.
not. Yeah. Interesting dialectic thing going on there.
But you know the way from that gray dwarf that you tipped. The Whiskey Dip is an attractive building. You make it there, and it's the side of it. It's a boxy-looking building. The side of it looks like it's lined with clapboard. But as the dwarf said, the front of it is lined with all sorts of different shapes and sizes of whiskey bottles. All the way from little tiny ones that look like they're just like a shot in a glass to massive growlers that you're pretty sure if you took like any more than a hefty sip from, you'd just be on the ground, unconscious.
Don't challenge Seeker.
Well, they're
Wild.
empty,
Still-
so. Are you still at Tabaxi?
Let's look. Yeah.
How long
It's
does
an
this
hour.
last? Okay. It took
An
you
hour.
5 minutes to find this place. Just-
Cool. I like
you
that.
rolled well, so it was like the first guy you asked is like, "Oh, hi." And so
Got it.
the Whiskey Dip is an attractive building, and as you head there, one moment. I have a splash to post. If I can find the
The fluffer.
I'm sorry, I slipped into Undercommon.
Oh my god, my ears.
There it is. The Whiskey Dip is a busy building. As you enter, the tables are lined with people, and now you're finally seeing some people that you would see above ground during the day, although they're all drunk. You see a number of
Oh, yeah.
humans, half-elves, elves, dwarves, half-orc, dragonborn. The only thing you don't see in dense supply are the various elemental flavors of Genasi. You do also see the numerous halflings and gnomes milling about between the tables or sitting at them and drinking their own fill. This is a big
No
tavern.
tabaxis.
No.
It's really noticeably scruffy tabaxi baby.
Inconspicuous.
You just happened to pick a race that there weren't many in Malikor. You don't see
That's
any
okay.
tabaxi. That's kind of
Especially
amazing.
small
It's
ones.
funnier this way.
Yeah.
You actually, Artie, you do attract some looks as you're fuzzy and, you know.
I walk, chest out, proud.
Are you still on my shoulders? Please say yes.
No, I'm walking now. As soon as we come in, I gotta make a presence.
This small gnomish woman kind of glances over at you, and she's clearly drunk, and she says, "Oi, Fuzzy, what's on the front? What's on the back? Is it the same?"
It's just as long too.
And
Oh
it
my
wiggles
God.
tail.
She guffaws and laughs into the beer that she's drinking. And as all of you make your appearance, the tavern keeper, just as described, this big old gray dwarf, bald on the head, white crown of hair around it, looks up and says, "Oh, welcome to the Whiskey Dip."
Thank you. Do you have rooms to let?
I have a few. How many do you need?
At least
Could share maybe 3.
2 or 3? If
I
you've
have
got 'em.
one room with 4 beds and 3 rooms with 2 beds apiece.
That's the one. 3 rooms with 2.
All right, fair enough. Let's see, 3 doubles. How long are you staying?
Oh,
Not
let's,
real sure. So,
let's start with a couple of nights.
A couple of nights, that's fine. It'll be a gold a night for each room.
So 6, I've got
Yeah.
it. And
That
she
includes some meals and a handful of drinks. So if you go overboard, I will start charging you.
will. Lovely, yes,
Oh.
I'd expect it.
right. Well, I'm gonna need a bottle of your best whiskey.
Ooh, I
That
think
will
that's
cost.
not gonna get covered. Yeah.
I can't include that with the room, but if that's
Well,
fine with
yeah,
you,
all right. I got gold. Yeah.
Thanks, Ori.
Of course.
then I happen to have a fine bottle of our own brewed Dipsky Golden. And he sets this enormous bottle. It's round. It's almost as though it was made in the shape of a barrel with a very long, narrow neck on it. He just sets that on the counter in front of you. And
Oh,
it-
good. That might almost be enough.
Well, that'll
Right.
be it.
Sharon
maybe.
Seeker?
How much is it?
For the house brew, that one's 30 gold.
Give me 2.
It sets another enormous bottle next to it.
All right. I'll share.
One of them's
Thank
for
you.
Seeker, the other's for everybody else.
We do offer a
I mean, a whole
spiced
one?
version if you'd like that.
Oh.
Same price.
It's an extra 2 gold. The cost of the spice.
Perhaps best not to mix them, though, don't you think?
Why not?
Right. Sure. I'll toss him an extra
Just
2
cinnamon
gold.
and nutmeg and a few other bits of sugar in there. And he sets. It's like got like these glimmering flakes
Yeah,
floating.
get that
through
one.
it.
It's like whiskey
Yeah.
Goldschlager.
You got some milk too.
Because I'm a cat.
We do have milk, cows and goats.
Uh-huh. Cow.
Cow. All right. Maribel! Down to the cellar, we need milk! And you hear like the pattering of feet, and a dwarven woman just suddenly skits off in the back, and then you see her head descend into a cellar.
Very nice.
Keep it cold.
Mm-hmm.
Anything for the rest of you?
I mean, we kind of got covered.
All right. Tonight's meal, what we have cooking is just beef stew. I hope that deals with you. Any of you have problems with beef?
It goes well
No.
with milk.
That's good. I don't have to kick you out. All right.
Mhm.
I just, God, I'd hate to be kicked out after buying.
Well, we've already got our profit out of you, haven't we?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Anyway. So, find a table. We'll serve you.
All right.
And so, you can choose to just sit down and eat, or we can proceed past this. All the time that you want to spend here is up to you guys.
If we're moving or not moving, I would just like to make a point that as they kind of settle into their evening, Claudia seems more and more kind of shrinking in on herself.
Sure.
As the real reality of being in Malikor, a city known for its vampire population, kind of sets in for her. And Peanut Butter's not nearby, but her friends are close, so she's already kind of quiet. She's pretty quiet.
Tess is gonna stay real close to her. It has been since they got there. She's still kind of looking around Velen a little bit. I think her, like, very slowly over the course of the evening, her features are beginning to mimic Claudia's with her dark hair. And like, it's just not quite her double by the end of the evening, but like
maybe a
Close.
distant relative.
yeah, close.
Also, remind me, I forget, what color did Claudia dye her hair?
Claudia's hair is black and
Oh.
short now. Her hair used to be like probably
I
longer
couldn't
than what you can
remember.
see mine is, but it's at her shoulders now and it's black.
Okay, so as you, Tess, kind of make yourself look more and more similar to Claudia, and Claudia, you kind of shrink in on yourself a little bit. Just the pressures of being in a vampire town kind of closing in on you. All of you who are seated are suddenly, like, startled as a dwarven woman sets an enormous bowl of stew filled with potatoes and beef and carrots and celery just right in front of each of you. And she says, "Right, well, eat up. Not having any hungry customers around here. Oh, it's ready. I just have to pour it out."
Lovely.
Shit.
Thanks.
Take a bite. How's it taste?
It's delicious. Claudia, the dwarven woman, when you say thanks quietly, she, like, runs a hand down your arm and she says, "Cheer up, sweetheart. It's delicious. I promise."
Oh, I'm sure it is. Thank you.
And as she leaves, she basically, like, assesses all of you to make sure you all have a stew bowl. Bread! I forgot bread! And she, like, disappears
I
into
love
the
her.
kitchen.
I love her.
I would like to note that I'm mixing the milk with the spiced whiskey.
Ugh.
Terrible idea.
Why?
Oh, that's gonna curdle in your stomach. Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
This isn't like eggnog, my guy.
Have you ever had
Oh.
Fireball and rum chata?
No,
No.
because I love myself.
I love myself too.
It's actually
As you are
pretty good.
mixing this, there is a half-orc at, like, another table who's, like, seated back and is, like, holding a mug of ale and is, like, glancing over, and you see his face just go, ugh. As he's
He was
watching you.
ruining that high shelf brew.
I slam it on the table, and I give a little lick to my paw on the way out, and head nod to him.
You
You
just
should
have,
have
like,
been
a
a tabaxi
white
douche.
and gold smear of the blend across your fur. And the half-orc just says, "What an atrocity."
You ever try it?
No.
Oh,
I make a little one, and I pass it over to him.
A little shot glass.
He glances down at it, eyes flit, and he says, he's, like, watching you to see if you
Like
throw
fall
up.
over.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I'm holding.
Try it. It's not bad.
roll,
The
a
spice really mixes.
roll a persuasion check.
Yeah. I'm
You're proficient in that.
Can I give disadvantage just by, like, doing the hand to the throat behind him? Like,
13.
nah, don't drink
Oh, yeah.
that.
Yeah, roll it with disadvantage as Seeker's sabotaging you.
Even better. 13.
13.
Damn it.
The half-orc glances at and, like, looks up at you, Seeker.
Uh,
I'll try anything once. What the hell?
Yeah.
all right, yeah,
I
you
like
know.
your style.
I get back up when I'm knocked down. And he knocks it down.
Yes. I go, yeah.
I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
use thaumaturgy to make the glass like rattle a little bit.
As he's drinking it, okay. He sets it down and it on the table.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, well,
You is really good.
It comes up.
Yeah, I'm waiting too. Do you want to be friends?
oh god.
What's your name?
Party.
party.
I'm Turner.
Nice to meet you, Turner.
I try to make like a little stank to my talk now.
It's a pleasure. And he will hold out a hand to you.
I
Aw.
fist bump him.
He's
and
making
go about
friends.
my
He's gonna
business.
stop looking like a tabaxi in like 10 minutes.
And then walk up to him and be like, "Hey, Turner, what's up?" And the guy's like, "What the
Who the
fuck?"
fuck are you?
He's proficient in persuasion.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, you've made friends with Turner, the half-orc
Yes.
individual at the bar.
Incredible.
You love
Right.
to see it.
It's a really good stew.
Well, I
As-
don't know.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
go
okay.
ahead.
Nope, go for it.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I need to earn me some money, so I'm gonna go try to swindle some of these, I guess, drinkers.
You're not supposed to say that part out loud. That's the
All right,
part
I'm
you stay
gonna-
quiet.
Sit here and drink your whiskey if you don't mind.
Real quick.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
If you happen to stumble across 1,000 gold pieces worth of diamond dust, I could use that.
No, all right. I'm just gonna arm wrestle the drunks until I get some money. All right.
I'm just saying, if you see it.
You want
pick it up.
spiced or not?
Is there a stage in here?
Oh, not, please.
Is there a what in here?
A stage.
A stage, yes. On the opposite side of the bar from the whiskey dips counter, there is a low stage that looks pretty small but serviceable. No one's
Anybody
playing
on it?
right now? No.
Velena's gonna pour herself a shot of the whiskey that does not belong to her.
Yeah,
Um,
everyone just make a shot. So Seeker's like, all right, I guess this is how.
I mean, I asked.
You did.
Bella
And he
did not
slides you
ask.
the bottle.
Thank you.
She drinks and then she just goes up to the stage, jumps up on it, stamps a couple of times for
Thaumaturgy.
attention, and then she starts playing the panpipes. She heard that a seeker wanted to arm wrestle, so she starts playing something sort of upbeat and a little martial
Okay,
to set the mood.
go for it. Roll me performance.
Motherfucker. You know what I'm gonna do?
That's all.
What are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
shitty. I'm gonna
Are you going to inspire that?
no, I'm gonna use my boon of luck from Dawes.
Amazing.
He's gonna help me with this whether he likes it or not. All right, it's an 18 instead of a 14. A lot better. It's
As
still
you begin
not
to play,
the best.
as you begin
but
to play and you invoke the strength of Dawes, you hear in your mind, "What are we doing? Oh, all right. Yes, go on."
Is there like a stage? Like there are curtains on the stage? Not so
No,
much.
Oh, it's just like
it's just a wood platform that's a little higher.
It's
than
like a
everyone else.
raised platform. She stamped on it a few times to make sure that people knew she was about to play, and then just started
Thaumaturgy
going to
stamps.
town. Yeah,
It's
you
loud.
helped with that.
As you begin to play, at first the dwarven bartender says, "Oi! Oh, you're fine. Whatever.
You
Bars.
can actually
Play
play.
enough.
Fair enough.
Everyone's drunk enough. It's fine." Everyone seems to appreciate the music. What style of song is it?
Basically upbeat, slightly martial, like the kind of thing applied to woodwinds that would be not quite a march, but just like approaching there.
Sure. Okay.
Uh,
I think that the tavern. Some people stop talking and are paying attention to you. A few coins are flicked up onto the stage as you're playing. It's your music is appreciated. You roll well enough that people like that you're doing it. Seeker, you're going to try and arrange arm wrestling to make
So,
money.
Yeah. So basically,
You're
like,
enormous. How?
yeah. When she starts doing that, I'm trying to get as many people to partake in sort of like this knockout tournament, like gather around, like put in the pot, win big sort of thing.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion and tell me like how much you're asking for bets.
How many people? Well, I guess it'll depend on how many people seem interested.
It's going
as
to
they
depend on
come
your persuasion.
24.
24. Okay.
Solid
Can I
roll.
give him advantage because I'm playing something that is mood appropriate? Because she was trying to.
You could also draw
live-
attention to it by using words.
I can't use words. I'm playing the panpipes.
Just like,
Hey, look
hey,
over there!
do the arm wrestling.
I mean, I can cast prestidigitation and like make fireworks go off over Seeker's head.
You can have
but
advantage.
It's just gonna be distracting.
You can have advantage.
No, it's 24.
Okay, 24. You get about maybe 8 guys that are interested in arm wrestling. It's a crowded tavern, you guys. There's a lot of fucking people in here. The Whiskey Dip is well known for its whiskey and its dipping.
Yep.
As you arrange this arm wrestling, you were pretty sure you could probably swing maybe like 5 gold a bet out of these guys.
No, that's what we're going. We're going max bet, 5 gold.
Okay. The way we're going to handle this, because it's, well, let me do quick math. All right, Seeker, I'm going to ask you for 3 athletics checks. You're not drunk yet. Many of these guys are. So, you're going to roll 3 athletics checks, and I'm going to roll them for your opponents and also the, like, I'm basically going to do a quick tournament bracket of just the guys that you face.
Mm-hmm.
So, give me a second as I
Sure.
mark this down. That's a 4. That's a 2. That's an 8. That's a natural 20. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so... All right. Roll me your first athletics for this guy who sucked really hard.
21.
Okay, rolling for him. He rolled a 9. You beat your first opponent handily. It's you sit down, and all of these opponents that you're fighting, for the most part, they seem like horse ranchers, the sort of guys that are taming and training horses. Some of them look pretty stoutly built. The first guy that you're fighting is lanky, wiry, like he's 6'8", and it's all noodle. He maybe weighs 150 pounds. And as you sit across from him, you wrap hands and just poof, your hand slams his into the table, and you hear him say, "Oh, well, that was my bonus from last week." And he throws the gold on the table.
Aw.
And as he stands up, he just goes straight to the bar to get more alcohol. Next guy, please roll me athletics.
Okay.
This next one is a dwarf who is very drunk.
22.
I'm rolling with disadvantage. Hold on. No chance. He rolled a 10. So this was a harder fight, but not much harder. He's like spinning, and he looks as though he's constantly leaning to the side. And as you push his arm down, you just see him, it just falls out of the seat. Well, that was a good round.
Yeah. Good on you.
And as he stands up and walks away, next guy, please roll me athletics.
So, is this my last one?
2 more.
2 more. Okay. Athletics.
Need to know if you can cheat or not.
That one's bad. It's a 13.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, thank God.
Hilarious.
So this guy just throws up. Right as you start. Right as you start. He just, all
Does
right.
he throw up on you?
No. He, like, you start arm wrestling him, and he's, like, concentrating. And as the blood begins to rush to his face, you just see his eyes go, whoa.
Oh,
And
not
just-
that way. And I just kind of push him to the side.
Yeah. As you push his arm to the table. Huh? No, it was not
Was it
Turner.
Turner?
It was not Turner.
Tanner?
Tanner and Braxton at the arm wrestling competition, don't you know? Turner is
The
watching.
half orc.
No. This guy, he is a human. He's more stoutly built than the other one, but it's clear he's had way too much to drink. Seeker, as you mash his hand in the table, he's like using it to hold himself up as he's vomiting on the floor.
How drunk does the last guy look? The one that rolled an natural 20.
Not drunk at all.
Hmm.
And this is your last opponent. This is another Goliath sits down across from you. He has short black hair, and he's wearing what looks like a long coat as he sits down. he says, "All right, let's see what you got."
Oh no.
Oh
he's
boy.
hot.
So Seeker will he'll
He's
he'll
so
pull
hot.
his hood back off his head and he'll look at him and he'll go, "All right, try not to disappoint me."
Off to a
You
good
gotta eat
start.
those words, Seeker.
Roll me athletics.
Oh god. Oh,
Damn. If he beats you and has
You
hair,
have to beat a 26.
nope.
Okay.
Okay. Are
Nope.
you sitting on that 16? Any inspirations? Or are you letting
I
it roll?
don't think I had no, I don't have any inspiration, so I gotta let it
Riz
roll.
will totally donated inspiration to use it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, thank you. 26. I have to roll a 19.
18.
You
Or
want
an 18.
Tyler?
Meets it, beats it.
18.
Meets
Yeah,
it,
Do
beats
we
it.
wanna-
beats it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it.
Go for it. Do
Go
it.
for it. Go for it.
Nope, that one.
Now
Oh.
one.
That's very funny though.
This-
That's
So 16 is because it's an inspo I choose. So 16.
16. Okay. So, as he presses your hand to the table, he slams his hand down on the 5 gold that you've bet for this round. You come out of this having beat the other 3 guys. You earned 20 gold and lost 5.
Okay, so I made a 15 profit. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
pretty good.
Well done. So,
Does it hurt the pride because he has hair too?
No.
No.
I chose to get rid of my hair.
Yeah, that's what they
That's
all
what they always say.
As
You
a
not see the
fluffy,
the
massive
tattoos
hair.
across my head? Like, can't do that with hair.
I thought you were just compensating, and you're good.
So,
Right.
as you finish your arm wrestling competition, is there anything anybody else wants to do?
I mean, Tess is watching the opponent with interest, but
So am I.
that's
Okay. Ori, is there anything you're doing?
Ori is drinking at a table, little booth, I think, and with whoever, and she is scribbling notes in a little book, in her little notebook.
Okay. So, who is getting drunk on purpose?
Oh, after the arm wrestle, Seeker will probably get pretty slammed.
Okay. Ori,
I think-
Seeker,
Claudia's probably also compensating for her nerves.
Claudia, Artie.
Already is.
Okay, so halfway through the arm wrestling competition, Artie, your alter self wears off.
Okay, so this spell actually physically alters my body. It's not
Yeah.
a disguise or anything like that.
So it just, you slowly, the
What
fur like
eldritch
recedes.
nightmare?
Yeah, I was gonna say like how he described it. I mystique it, so just the fur kind of like flips off of me, and it just periodically goes down my body.
Ugh.
That's weird.
So
That's weird.
halfway through this happening, Turner, the half-orc, like glances over and he says, "What the fuck? What the fuck's wrong with you?"
He's a weird little guy.
You want to see something cooler?
He's like, he like reaches out and pokes your cheek.
You want to see something cool?
I
Maybe.
do it again, and I turn into a small turtle.
Oh my god.
So you see scales just start working themselves at my body, and over my backpack, a big turtle shell comes up.
Artie, I choose to
I
take
like
this
this.
as a comp. I choose to take
He
this as a
immediately throws
compliment.
up.
Oh.
I guess he doesn't though.
He rolled a natural 2 on his con save. He's just, he like watches it happen. You see his face like comprehending what's happening, and then you just see his eyes grow a little wider, and he's, oh,
I just fucking blew your mind, huh?
Something.
I
a
can
lot of
make you
puking
one
this
too.
session.
Yeah.
It's the bar.
That's fair.
So
Let's
I'm
see.
a small turtle.
Velen is not getting drunk. She had one drink and then she decided to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valen, roll me a D100.
Also is also having one drink and is being the sober party here.
Party mom.
I'm
41.
a drunk turtle.
In tips, Velen, from your busking, you earn 4 gold and 10 silver.
We
So 5 gold.
Yeah.
which is a pretty darn good night of busking.
It's a good night. Just gonna add that to my inventory. Ah.
Ori slaps her book shut and puts it away. So, all right. Who's getting drunk?
Buddy
Are-
raises
are
his
you-
I
hand.
know.
Everyone-
Kind of like
I'm gonna
Yes.
try to get
Kinda
Cal the drunk, be drunk too.
Oh,
I'm army crawling on the turtle on the table as a turtle.
On the
Stop
table.
it, Artie.
Yeah.
Push.
Wow.
Push him off.
I said,
I flip on my back and I'm stuck.
All right, I pick him up. No, come on now.
before
Legs
you can
kicking
pick him up, Mirabelle, who's walking by the table, like swats one of his feet, so he starts spinning, and she says, "Off the table!"
I tip her as she walks by.
Ah.
Wait, come back.
Lovely, dearie.
Give her a silver.
holy shit,
Uh,
my weakness.
Spinning. As you,
Being on my back.
I see. Everyone who's drinking to get drunk, please roll me con saves to see how well you handle it.
Is Sneaker near us?
Ooh, 11.
This he would not be giving you any
Oh,
any
okay.
bonuses.
I rolled a
He's letting you
natural
enjoy.
one, guys.
Rude.
Good
Incredible.
rolled
God.
Honestly, that
Girl.
checks out.
That checks out for sure.
So, the drunkenness applied by the Dipsky Golden is very pleasant. It's a very euphoric drunk. All of you are very laughy and giddy as you get more and more inebriated. Your problems seem to vanish, and as you drink, you have advantage on persuasion checks, disadvantage on deception and intimidation checks. Your intelligence score is effectively reduced by 2.
Oh, great.
And that's the end of the effects.
Is-
You also
is Cal
find things
drinking?
comical. Cal is drinking. He does not require any persuading.
Yeah.
Let me roll for Cal.
I'm just having a great time crawling around like a turtle. Very awkwardly.
Right.
It's true.
Can,
So amused
can
by
you
this.
swim?
Still bipedal.
I don't know. It's fine the lake.
No, maybe not tonight. That's something for tomorrow, I think.
There's the reservoir up above the palace.
But let's go right now.
Yeah, carry me.
I pick him up.
Can we please just
Roll
stay in
me
one
there.
place for one evening?
I
Yep,
think
I'm here.
perhaps the test of swimming should wait. Maybe.
You know you want to see it.
I really
You got a
do.
bucket?
Exactly
no.
right.
I don't have a bucket, no.
Oh,
What would I have a bucket for?
so I can
Never
swim in
know
it.
the bucket. is going
Right,
to
we
be
didn't
very
know you could be a
bullshit.
turtle till like fucking 10 minutes ago. How the fuck
Neither
would we
did
know?
I.
Well,
Oh.
Ori
you got a
was
bucket?
having. I can't go with you, love. If you're going to go drunk swimming, you shouldn't have me there.
Wait, why
can't-
not?
Why not?
You should come too.
Oh, you'll probably drown. I worry.
I
Well,
feel like you'd be
It'd be alright.
The best person to have drunk swimming.
What if we just
What?
didn't do drunk swimming?
No, I'm not going to, dear.
Well, you don't have to swim, but you can watch him.
I think Claudia's saying she'd like to stay put for tonight now that we're in this new town.
One night without hurting someone or ourselves?
Okay.
I'm
I
fine with
gotcha.
that.
I'm
How
gonna
can you say no to a face like that?
awkwardly crawl into Claudia's lap. as a
Okay.
turtle.
Hi.
I like it better when you're arty, but this is okay too.
Uh-huh. My shell was cool.
It is.
Alright, how are we splitting up the rooms?
While he's a
That's
turtle,
much.
I'm going to call him Torty.
I like
That's
that.
creative.
That is funny. Should have called him that as a tabaxi.
That's a good question. How are we splitting rooms? We have 2 beds in each. 3 rooms, 6 beds. There's 7
There's
of us.
7 of us.
Uh-oh.
Claudia eyes.
Oh, I don't have to sleep. It's all right.
I don't
I
take
can
up
just
much room.
I can
Find
take
a
a
quiet
bedroll.
place.
I just prefer
I
a
mean,
locked
2 people
door.
could share a bed if they
Come.
wanted to.
That's fair.
Hmm.
It is fair, isn't it?
Cal, like, narrows his eyes at you, Claudia.
Tess is narrowing her eyes in a very, like, exactly the same way.
We could draw
Somebody
straws.
sleeping with me?
See, Seeker looks at Ori.
What?
What?
Ori, I
You
think
ready to
they're
be Little
implying
Spoon
that
again?
we ought to sleep together.
Oh, even I can.
Oh,
Right.
I meant I could sleep with Ori, but that's fine.
Oh, well, this
suppose
is
you
a little
could.
awkward now.
I mean,
That's
we
not
all
at
could.
all what
I'm
I
not
was
opposed
implying.
to a posse.
Oh, right. Well, that sounds like a good night.
I think he mispronounced that word.
No, he didn't. You can
No,
stop
he
right
didn't.
there.
No, he fucking didn't.
How big
Yeah.
are the beds here? Is the question then.
You don't know.
Oh, she asked out
Seeker,
loud.
you ready to?
Oh,
Seeker, you ready to be Little Spoon again?
What?
You remember? Don't you lie.
The fuck are you on about?
Oh,
I
that's
can't
the
believe
way
I'm
you-
missing the incredibly inappropriate sexual conversation
The
with
bard
Rose.
is
Very.
here for this.
Artie
It's
is a
okay.
little spoon for Seeker would be a bit like a backpack.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, then I
That's
wouldn't
how
have
it
let you
kinda
miss the
was.
orgy itself, only the talk about it.
That's good.
Yeah,
I
and
made a
Tess,
killing, you guys.
Tess will also fill you in.
Did you? Oh,
Well,
I liked your music, and he flicks you a silver.
Ellen catches it.
I was very drunk.
I made a guy puke.
I rolled
I should
really
be
bad.
Seeker,
Yeah.
I missed the contest. You gotta arm wrestle me.
All right, sure. Why not?
I love this. I'm gonna tap Bella's shoulder and give her guidance.
All right.
Stupid.
You are drunk, Seeker. You're rolling athletics at disadvantage.
Yeah, okay, but alright.
He's still Seeker, and you're still Velen.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
whatever you do, don't think of
Velen,
limbs.
enhanceability.
All right, so before he goes,
Oh,
he
I'm
says,
sorry,
"All
I
right,
rolled.
well,
I'm
no, it's
too bad.
fine. Just, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Let's just go."
Really
Get
great.
your guidance.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Fucking guidance.
With a
No.
19.
yes!
Seeker, you're.
There's that 26 I needed.
well,
Yeah,
But that's not. But we can tell that she cast that spell.
yeah, you all
Seeker
saw her do
Seeker
that.
wasn't paying attention. He's
Still
drunk.
weird.
Hardly fair, Tess.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry,
all
was
right.
he-
All's fair
Were
in
we
love and
playing
war.
fair? Were we playing fair? Is that the point?
You don't play fair.
Right. Oh shit! I forgot the buy-in here, and
Really
I'll give her
drunk.
5
He's
gold.
really drunk.
Just slide the 5 gold back. to
Seeker,
him. I was not
you-
playing for money.
the inebriation, you feel Velen pressing on your hand, and you're so drunk, you're not sure your elbow's all the way on the table. So like you look down, and
And then
you're like, oh, it's over.
Right.
Nice.
Bella's just laughing her ass off. She gives him the money back though. She's not taking his money.
Oh, thank you.
Consider it a tip.
Another drink?
No, I'm good. I don't want to be hungover tomorrow.
Oh, we can fix that.
I'm fine.
I'm
I had a
sorry?
good show. It's like getting drunk, but it's just with attention.
Oh, I don't know what that feels like, but all right, I'll take your word for it.
I'm pretty sure that's your preferred kind of drunk, yeah, Velen?
It's a good high.
Claudia's
Honestly,
gonna
after
go to
that-
one of the beds.
Okay.
And whatever happens, happens.
Wait.
After that experience earlier, I don't really want to mess with a depressant, actually.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's All right, so you guys figured out beds?
Oh,
No,
you
not
didn't.
really.
You did the opposite of that. Got it.
Yeah,
You're making it really complicated.
it's really not that complicated.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but they are y'all are making it very complicated.
It's not. It's fine.
All right.
I can
here's-
share with Speaker. I'll meditate at the end of his bed.
There you go.
All right.
Are we doing watches?
Yeah.
I think
No, you
Claudia's
all are
already gone.
Like, or he kind of looks around at that question. Like, I mean,
No, you're right.
As
Velen, do you want to do watches?
It's fine.
Considering what happened to you earlier?
I don't have a reason to believe that keeping watch would help much with that.
I would keep watch for you though.
That's sweet. You would keep watch.
That is sweet.
Maybe they can share the beds.
Claudia goes away.
God, Claudia.
Claudia, wait! I grab her.
Huh? What?
What are you doing? Are you
What?
sleeping?
I'm trying.
Oh, all right. Well, I like.
What do you want from me?
Oh, you're having fun.
I'm real drunk.
All right.
You
Well,
just do it, yep.
do you need help upstairs?
I don't know.
All right. Ori gets up. She's like, "What the fuck?" All right.
I
I'll
rolled
try
a
and help
natural
you.
one. I'm pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure she makes it to one of our rooms.
Hello, is this my room? No.
All right.
Okay.
Come on, big girl. Come on.
Hey, big guy. Why are you still drunk? You and me. Come here.
What do we do? What?
We're arm wrestling. We're you and me. Come on.
All right. I won't make the same mistake this time. All right.
I'm sure you won't. I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself.
Oh my god.
Why are there? Holy
It's
shit!
like
And he'll
scene
reach out
3.
and try to touch the faces of all of them. Like, what happened here? Fuck! I drank too much.
I don't know what you're talking about, Seeker. It's just Tess.
Yeah. All right. There's like 5, 6, 7 of them.
Nope, just the one. Maybe you should have laid off the spiced one a little earlier.
Nah. Let's go. He'll put his arm down on the table.
Does he I gotta know, does he try to do you try to get the right ones?
Nope. He is waiting for you. There are too many. He is not even gonna try. Just
Okay.
No.
Tess is gonna like let that go for like 10 seconds and then finally take his hand.
Both of you were drunk.
No, Tess isn't. Tess stayed sober.
Yeah. Tess only had one drink.
Okay.
Tess had one drink.
Just Seeker.
All right.
drunk.
Test roll athletics. Seeker roll athletics with disadvantage.
Fuck.
Oh, I mean you're fine, man. I had a +1.
But
you just have to.
I
roll
also had a
nine.
+1.
oh
Yeah,
my
no.
god, Seeker.
Seeker, you're just too you're disoriented.
No,
You see
right,
the
that's-
other arms moving, and you're like, wait. Which
It's
one am
7
I
on
holding?
1. This is bullshit. Kyle, I need your help, please.
All right. I got you.
All right.
And Cal will push on your hand.
And I'm missing it. Wow.
Hold on.
Sorry.
I have to roll athletics for him
Okay.
with disadvantage if he can even aid you.
I made my choice.
Okay. Roll me a d4.
Okay.
Oh.
He meets it. It's a tie.
Did he guidance himself? That's really funny.
Yeah. So
I'm just gonna look at Cal and say, "You think you're real tough, huh?" And flick like the center of his head.
no,
Right. 2 on 7's a good deal. I'll take it.
I don't think I'm tough at all. What did that come from?
You're
Any
helping
more?
it.
Of course,
You're helping.
you're helping you.
All right. 7 on 1's not fair.
Any more
I'm gonna give him 5 gold and be very amused.
Wait, I lost. I gotta pay you.
You run
No,
together.
I'll take here. Well, leaving it out. I'll take 2 of these and leave.
Oh. Okay. All right. That's fair.
Cal walks away with 2 gold that he did not earn.
I'm sure that's how math works.
Totally. It's how drunk
I
math
wanna-
works, apparently.
I want to make sure Claudia gets in a bed and like take her boots off for her.
Aw.
Oh,
Make sure she's.
She cuddles with that toy that somebody bought for her from Psycho Phantom.
Oh,
I think it was Artie.
Like I think Ori like reaches out and pets her hair away from her face once, and then is like, "Wait, what the fuck?" Okay.
She brings out the mom instinct in everyone.
Thanks, Ori.
Of course, darling. Are you feeling okay?
No.
Right. Well, get some sleep. If you feel like you need to be sick in the night, the window is that way, and I will turn her head.
So,
Okay.
as all of you prepare to spend the night at the Whiskey Dip, some of you extremely drunk, some of you not.
Well, one last thing before Seeker goes to bed. He's gonna pop in and look at Claudia, and as she's sleeping, he's just gonna pat her shoulder, and he's gonna uh, lay on hands to take away the poison, so she doesn't wake
Oh.
up feeling like shit.
That's nice.
You're a good bean seeker.
Okay. You cleanse the alcohol
Claudia's
from
sucking
your
her
system.
thumb.
Okay, Claudia. What the hell?
Oh
like,
God.
You let this girl have a sword. Oh no.
All right, so who's in which room? There are 3 rooms. We'll say A, B, and C. Who's in which?
Claudia's an A, and whoever joins her, she falls asleep.
Forty is gonna go with Tess if she doesn't mind.
Oh,
Tess, can you come with
40.
me?
yeah, I'll carry you. Come here.
I want to be the big spoon.
Okay, you can be the big spoon.
You can touch my shell.
I mean, if Seeker came into the room with Claudia, Ori was in there too, so he could just take that bed.
Sure, I guess that's what we're doing.
And when he
Tess will
does,
be
Claudia, Frog. I don't know why I switched up. Yeah, you 3 are A. We got B.
I'm in
Ori
C.
Ori sits on the bed against the wall and puts her legs over Seeker.
All right, make sure you're comfy.
Thank you, I am.
Good.
Okay,
Because
so
I won't be
Velen is
moving.
in C by herself.
no,
No,
Cal.
you
No, you
Yeah.
got Cal.
Cal.
Yeah.
will be
Okay.
C.
Yeah,
you know.
Cool.
snuck in there. Velen, I see you.
All right. Whoever's in room B, please roll me
Uh-oh.
That's me and
perception.
Tess.
That's Tess and Torty.
Tess and Torty.
Yeah.
Please roll me perception. You, Torty, you are
Is
drunk, so it's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Tess, yours is a straight roll.
I'm not great. 10.
Ah, mine's an 8.
My passive is high, but my actual perception is low.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Somehow, I think we're all collectively a little worried about it.
That's okay.
I'm not.
I'm
Oh.
not either.
I got a shell for like another 20
for
minutes.
like 20 minutes.
Okay, so as you all head up to your rooms, one moment. You all get in bed for the night at the Whiskey Dip. Off camera, the Goliath in the long dark coat watches as all of you climb up the stairs, heading to bed. He scratches the side of his chin and he says, "New adventurers in town. Might be something to look into. I'll meet you back on the compound." And he leaves the tavern. All of you
That's
have...
the one that arm wrestled Seeker?
That's
Yeah,
the
I
one.
knew he was hot. I mean, evil.
What's the difference?
Yes.
There is no difference.
That depends. There are plenty of evil hotties. As you all go to sleep. Well, mostly. Some of you instead meditate like weirdos. You awaken. You can press the long rest button. Those of you who were extremely inebriated under the effects of the Whiskey Dip's home brew, you awaken with a mild hangover. It's not terrible. It's pretty mild as far as hangovers go. But you feel that echoey feeling of everything's a little too loud and everything's a little too bright. You've definitely had worse. Claudia, you awaken feeling perfectly fine.
I've got a great tolerance.
I would just like to say, that at some point during the night, Tess woke up in the middle of the night and just didn't go into the room, but kind of lingered around where Velen ended up. And it's not a watch, but she just kind of looked around and felt uneasy, then went back to bed.
Okay. The important question is, do you forgo a night's rest to watch? Really?
No, this is just like
A mom checking in on her sleeping baby.
uneasy middle of the night. Doesn't feel good.
Okay, that's fine. It's okay to feel not okay.
And then as we're sleeping, I take out my knife overseas. No, I'm just kidding.
I knew it.
Long game.
So, you all awaken comfortably for the most part, but in the town of Malikor, it is the morning, and the city seems busy, but no busier than it did when you first arrived. You hear the sounds of people milling about outside, though they are the morning folk. Humans, half-elves, gnomes, the sorts that you saw in the tavern last night. It's
Been a while since I
was just going to say, it's as though they switched places, and when you emerge from your rooms, the tavern is full of Duergar, Drow, Drider, kobolds.
Oh, Drider. So cool.
What? It's a new crowd.
There is a tall, thin drow at the counter who, as all of you kind of appear, looks up and says, "Good morning. Can I interest you all in some breakfast?"
That'd be lovely.
Mm.
Right, I need a hair of the dog. Oh,
Which one bit
Something greasy.
just give me your strongest shit.
Oh my god.
you? Very
The
well.
house brew is what bit him.
Ah, the dipski.
Yeah, that one.
He pours you a shot and leaves the bottle next to it. It's a much smaller bottle than the big one you bought, the big two you bought last night. But for the rest of you, breakfast is pulled out from the back. You see that looming through the kitchen opening is a Drider who is milling about, her 8 legs pittering and pattering the entire time. It's like a staccato punctuation to whatever is happening out front.
Which kind of
Got her
drider is it?
stilettos on.
I'm sorry?
What kind of drider is it?
A medium-sized one. Blue skin with white spots all over the legs.
Cool.
And as she emerges, she sets out long platters and she says, "I hope y'all are enjoying your night here at the Whiskey Dip.
It was lovely, thank you.
Tips are always appreciated." And she vanishes back into the kitchen.
Well, all right.
She wants us to tip.
Each platter is covered in eggs and fruit. Various piles of fruit, and all of it seems fresh.
Right, how'd you all sleep?
Surprisingly well.
Artie, are you a form that is not Artie?
No, right now it only lasts an hour and it's my second level. So
Right, I was wondering if you cast it again.
I
Not
slept
yet.
very comfortably. Thank you for asking, Seeker.
Right.
We're going to the.
He checks his
Scroll
pockets
Keeper's
to make
Guild,
sure
right?
nothing's missing.
Nothing's missing.
Okay.
She stole nothing.
What'd you say, Claudia?
We're going to the Scroll Keeper's Guild, right?
Oh,
Believe so.
Mm-hmm.
What is that for?
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Does it
Is
already
that
seem
check?
uneasy?
Ins check.
Can I roll
rolled an
insight to see what's
18.
going on here?
Sure, you can.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it, but
I mean,
yeah, no. I'm still knee deep in the whiskey shot in the morning.
Oh, yeah, not
So-
Seeker. I think Claudia already, probably all of you, it can't be more than 15. Like, she is nervous. Like, she's not ready to go. Like, it's too quick and she wants to.
Well, that
Delay.
was our plan, Ori.
It is. Mm-hmm.
We could always handle our business with the vampires first.
Well, I thought we were going to ask the Scroll Keepers how to introduce ourselves properly.
I'm sorry, I've got my plans all backwards and forwards. I don't know what we're going to do.
Right.
Well-
Like,
You know, we could always take Artie up and see how he swims.
I
What?
really would like to stay focused.
no, you're all too sweet, really. Let's go. We need to talk to them to get your contacts. I need to turn this thing in, and we'll see where we go from there.
Right.
Yes.
You don't have enemies, right?
Everyone
No.
has enemies.
No, Ori doesn't. She told us.
Oh, come on. Now you can't possibly believe that.
Well, none that I've taken notice of.
Can.
I mean, I can. She's really charming.
Oh, too sweet, all of you. Listen, I'm just not relishing the idea of going and reporting on my mission. It went pretty badly, if I'm honest, and I just think that this thing is dangerous, and you're all so nice.
Do you think that you'll be in trouble because the mission went poorly? Because we could help you with that, maybe.
Or do you
I
not
got an
want to give
idea.
it up?
Well, I don't want it. Here's the thing. Quickly, we found the artifact, of course, and we liberated it, and we're on our way back, and had a run of bad luck. Really bad luck.
We
Like everyone died. Mostly accidentally. Um, someone tripped and was trampled by a horse. Uh, Devella
Alright.
slipped and fell into a stream and drowned.
What?
It,
So you think the artifact is bad luck?
I don't know. I don't like it. That's why I didn't want you to go swimming. At least not
Well,
close to it.
Well, we got here, and it seems like, I mean, there were those horses.
Well, that was I didn't kill anybody with a fireball. They
Well,
died
no.
in accidents.
I meant more like if it were gonna if it were gonna
Oh.
invoke bad luck
Oh.
for us.
Well, that's not a bad
But,
point.
but I don't. But the thing is, the horses seem like they were pretty well connected to the hill giants, right? Like, I would run too if I heard the ground shaking and I were a horse. So
It's
I
just
don't think.
strange. It's just got me spooked. Let's just go and I'll get rid of it and I'll feel better.
Can you get rid of it?
Ori, I hear what you're saying. You don't want them to have it, and I don't blame you. The scroll keepers are jerks, and they take credit for other people's work.
Oh.
And you don't want things to go into the bad hands, and I get it. That's what you're saying.
Well, I don't. I don't want it to go into bad hands. Because it seems dangerous. And I don't know what it is, and, you know, I'm a fairly smart girl.
Velen, oh no, you. Sorry, I was gonna ask Velen to do a dance about it, but you can do
No.
that too, right?
Yes, and absolutely not.
Oh.
So we'll go and we'll find. Was it Gerard? Notes. Where did you go?
They
Carol.
have left you in your time of need.
They did.
I have an alternative for you. If you don't want to give it to them.
What's that?
I still have the rod, and we could just bring it to the Astral Sea and leave it there and say you never got it. If you don't want these bad scroll keepers to have it.
Just hand it to Lane and say, I hope this doesn't cause any problems.
Or we'll give her another mission, you know? She's got her hands
Protect this thing.
Well, but this was my mission.
Okay, I was just giving you an out if you wanted it.
No, I appreciate that, but
I also am just hearing a loud buzz nonstop. That fucking whiskey and milk, man.
Ori,
I told you not to fucking drink it.
Miss Tess?
You can't tell him to not do things and then expect him to not do things.
I mean,
Alright,
I can.
Does
I'm
anybody
going to.
else- Does anybody
You can
else
try. You can
taste-
try, but if you know him, wait, no. Were you close
Taste
to-
what, Cal?
cinnamon? Just on everything. It's like there's cinnamon in my teeth.
That's why you don't drink the spiced. I try to tell you, boys.
It was delicious. I regret nothing.
And now you're full of regret. Oh, all right. Well, I'm wrong. You regret nothing.
Right, look at that.
Ori, are you okay? Were you close to
I can
that?
cast prestidigitation on your tongue, and then you just taste mint.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It does sound awful. No thanks.
I've done it before. It's punishing myself for getting a hangover usually.
Ori, my own plight about cinnamon aside, how do you want to handle this? Because that is your mission, so what you do with it is up to you. You want to hide it? throw it in the river?
No. Oh, no.
Astral safe.
No.
We came this far. I mean, I don't. It
We
seems like
did.
you wanna
And
resolve it.
yes, and if I am able to turn it in successfully, maybe that will help convince Geralt to help you as well.
What were you promised for completing this?
Oh, money, maybe amnesty.
Seeker just starts fucking rolling.
Amnesty for what?
Oh.
Big misunderstanding, probably. Look at that
Yes,
face.
and
Alright,
not
so
mine.
so let me get this straight.
Hmm.
You're seeking amnesty.
It's not. I. Yeah, a little.
Right. So you oh boy. No, yeah.
Just not from a nation or anything serious, just from a guild.
Alright, so when you said you had no enemies or no one after you.
They're not after me. Fine. I told you it was dangerous to be around me, and now I've told you why. I meant it when I said there's nobody after me that I know of. I
Can
can't
I-
think of why anybody would be.
Ori, it's not the
Yes?
seventh. It's not the seventh trellis, is it?
No.
They're a guild.
Yes. No, it's not an assassin's guild.
Who did want it? Because
The
the
Architect.
Scroll Keepers Guild it's a guild, right? They do things for clients.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the client?
Right, and that's sort of the rub, Cal. That's why I wasn't certain I wanted to go straight to them. I thought, I don't know. I was trying to think of ways I could ask around and see maybe who the client was, but I don't know. I don't have contacts here. Probably the best thing is just to go to the Scroll Keepers and talk to Garrel.
Well, I
You
have
want to do a covert
What
mission?
if we talk to Nazik's friend first?
charm, right?
Yeah, if we talk to Charm first and maybe see if we can maybe utilize her contacts instead of immediately going to.
The
Hi.
uh,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
also, can't you read thoughts?
Me? Yes. I mean, sometimes.
Covert mission.
Wait, you can read thoughts.
Oh, it's a spell, Cal.
Wait,
So-
how long you been doing that for?
Oh shit.
Were you reading thoughts last night?
You ever read any of my thoughts?
No, and yes.
Which
Wait,
one?
to which one?
Motherfucker.
I'm now very nervous, Ori.
And now I'm sad I wasn't reading your thoughts last night, Cal.
Oh, that answers that. All right.
Oh.
I would know if you read my thoughts because there's some weird shit going on up there, and you wouldn't be able to
Oh.
look me in the eyes.
I'm sure you would, Artie.
I struggle with it anyway.
All right, so covert mission.
I mean, what I'm saying is,
No, I definitely don't think a covert
Cal
mission.
starts laughing immediately.
I got this. Watch, ready? And I cast Alter Self, and I turned into a kobold.
No! They're
Oh,
out at
what?
night, Artie!
It's the fucking daytime.
What?
Oh my god.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
Come
no, it is
on. Oh
daytime.
my god.
This is what I look like.
Well, look at there.
All right,
Artie.
Kabarti, you can do that later tonight.
Yeah.
Kobarty.
Man, I didn't
What
think
the
about that.
fuck?
I'm suggesting what
How do
I'm
you
suggesting.
always have the crazy hair?
I
Did
just
you
does
see
it.
them?
I don't know.
Oh. No, you can throw what you look like. You,
What do you-
you made that.
What are you suggesting, Tess?
I was suggesting that maybe that was a way to, I don't know, get some information on the client.
Hopefully. It's a good idea. Thank you.
I mean,
Thought it was
it's
gonna be
risky.
easy.
I don't know how the spell works, but if it's something that you can do,
What sort
I
of
mean,
protections would the Scroll Keepers Guild have? I mean, they deal with some
they are
powerful stuff, don't
magical. Oh yes, yes. Absolutely.
okay, well, maybe it's not a good
It'd
idea.
be risky.
they? What if... All right, so a lots of these things, in my experience, from specifically visiting Priscillus, a lot of places, their sort of magical protections are like they can see it when you cast a spell and they can negate it. What if you detect thoughts before going in and just have it rolling?
Well, it only lasts. Is that 10 minutes? I think it's 10 minutes.
We can
Only
talk
lasts-
fast, right?
Aye.
If not, I mean, you have
If
to have
not,
a trick.
Then I've wasted a little bit of mental energy. It's no big deal.
Well, we can always have our, our people talk their way into and out of the problems, right? Valen, Seeker, you two are good with people.
Right.
You have that imposing, charisma about you.
I'm very imposing all the time.
The imposing part was more for the big guy.
I know.
No, he's a teddy bear.
Look,
I got words for you.
One way or another, here's what to think. Okay, we're not going to be able to decide one way or another until we see the situation, we get to the place, and we see what their layout is, who's going in and out, etc.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Right, we might as well go.
What do y'all think?
All right.
Right? Why not? Don't you be reading my thoughts now.
I'm not.
It's like a closed book, because I can't do it. Claudia,
I meant, it's not what I meant, but
how are you
alright.
doing?
Oh, just
I know you feel a bit like a wolf in the leech's den.
that was really on the nose. Yeah.
What would happen? What would
Well,
help?
Not drawing attention to me and just finishing what we need to do and then leaving.
Okay.
Do you want me to look like something else?
You are perfect as you are, Kobarti.
Okay. Yeah.
We
That
got you,
fucking
Claudia.
handsome.
Nobody will pay any attention to you with this group around.
That's the fucking truth.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
thought as much. I'm not feeling too badly.
You're quite right.
Just like stand
gonna-
behind me and I'll trust me, no one will
I'm
know.
gonna tweak this
Okay.
device a little bit so I can change how I look during it. So I'll just work on that for a little bit.
Didn't realize the spell says you can do that.
Oh.
Automatically, I'm
You are
working
having
on that.
fun with Alter Self.
It was a power he
Who
was
needs
never
my
meant to
only-
have.
My only second level spell slot.
It's,
Hey, man.
it's the fucking artiest thing in the goddamn world, and I just love it.
That and AI image creator.
Yeah,
Mm.
knock yourself out. As you all come up with a
I'm-
plan. Yes?
And no, if you're finishing off, that's not a big deal.
I am
Fine.
attempting to DM hand you all out of the door. So if you have something else that you're trying to do,
I would like to see, while everyone is kind of jostling through the door, I want to like pull Cal aside away from everybody for just a second
yes,
to
dear.
say one thing, and that thing is to look at him just like so exasperated and say, "Just kiss her, you damn fool." And then I'll shove him, and then I'll like kind of
As you're shoving him, he would say, "I don't even know how old she is. There might be quite an age difference. Age is not just a number." As you are,
you
True.
You
She's
can-
a fucking
doesn't know
cougar.
she doesn't know how old you are either,
to be
Cal.
fair, I don't either. Let's go.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
My dad would want you to do this,
Do what?
and you know it.
What a
Seems
statement.
Gonna need you
dirty.
to spell it out for me there, Tess.
No, you don't.
I'd like you to.
Be brave.
Oh, Ori!
Oh,
Hi.
She turns around. Hi.
How old are you?
What a question.
That's just like
Don't you know you don't never ask a woman her age?
No, it's fine. I'm about 82.
For all I know, me too.
Oh boy.
Does that bother you?
Being 82.
No, that I might be 82.
Not at all, Cal. I think you're perfect the way you are.
Oh, you flatterer, you. Tess!
Uh-huh.
She likes me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm so surprised.
Wait,
What's
Okay.
going on here?
I'm detecting thoughts.
no, you're not.
Hey, you can do
If
that.
I
Yes,
can't
too.
do
I
that, you can't
flippin'
do that.
am, Cal.
We go to the same school of magic, Tess.
Hmm. Yep.
If I can't do
I
it,
do-
neither can you.
I don't need magic to detect your thoughts, is what I'm saying.
Oh, you're reading
Oh.
people. Shut up.
Mhm. Mhm. I'm really insightful.
Great.
Anyway, let's
Flatter,
go.
yeah, aye, insightful.
You're
Let's-
both adorable.
Oh.
Thank you, Ori.
Alexa.
Uh,
And she takes them each. She puts her arm through one of each of their arms and leads them out.
okay.
Sandwiched by changelings.
Hmm.
As
That would be a really good porno title, but
Oh my
sorry.
god.
okay,
Jesus,
Claudia.
That was not Claudia.
Miss Claudia, like, what's intercourse?
Oh my god.
Okay, as you
That was weird.
all leave the whiskey dip, I'm going to pull up the map.
Oh, before we go, I'm going to ask the bartender.
The drow.
Yes. Hello.
Hi. How can I help you?
I'm going to slide like 5 silver across the bar. I'm going to say, can you tell me where to find the Scroll Keepers Guild?
He kind of smirks and he says, "It's down along the Red Walk. Once you get inside the city walls, sharp left. Once you find Taverner Street, you'll be on the way. You'll know it when you see it.
All right, thank you, dear.
I appreciate the tip.
Of course. It's been lovely service.
Good." And as he takes the coins, he waves you goodbye.
Bye.
As you all make your way out of the whiskey dip, which I think I've said 4 times now,
Yep.
you
Wait, one more thing?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Dimmick, I'm gonna find you.
I just wanted to know where we were going. That's all.
That's fair. Yeah. My question was
The
going
only
to be, how
valid
do you guys
interruption.
find the Scrollkeepers Guild.
I figured.
Well done. So, you make your way into the actual proper city of Malikor, passing through the stone walls where the gates are wide open. Each gate has above it, emblazoned in brass letters, "All are welcome to make their own future." As you enter, it is busy. There are people all over the place. You're kind of getting jostled about. You'll notice, as you're moving with the high passive perceptions, there's a lot of guards. There's a lot of them, and they blend in with the crowd. Their dark armor and leathers. It's alarming how many guards you're running into. It's more than you've seen in Augur City. It's more than you've heard of in many other towns. But you witness guards going up to vendors and buying sandwiches, or having conversations with people, or it seems as though the guards are taking a very casual approach to guarding. They're all armed. You see each one has a very long, either a long sword to their hilt, to their belt, or a rapier, and a crossbow across their back. They seem well equipped, but they're milling about as if commoners, which is unusual. I would like a perception check from Tess, Claudia, and Seeker.
Is it smell based?
Yes.
I'm getting weird looks for being
not
a
rolling
kobold
well on
all
perception
the
today.
time
No.
during the day.
Not really.
Okay.
You're a kobold in a town full of kobolds. It's just you're out during the day, so people are assuming that they're like, "Oh, look at that poor fuck. It's out bright, and he's probably suffering."
I imagine the hair is just like in the eyes and
Yeah, there's a lot of assuming going on. With an 8, a 21, and a 12, Claudia,
Hey.
you smell blood.
I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
reminiscent.
It's not thick. It's just a hint of it. You smell the smoky hint. It's like blood that's been maybe burnt, or the person who was bleeding was near a campfire. It's weird. You've never smelled blood quite like this.
It's a trendy perfume here in Malikor.
Beneath it is a hint of sulfur.
Ooh. Ooh, sulfur.
You look around for the source of the smell and you can't place it. And then you smell sea salt.
Where?
As you peek around, you don't see where it's coming from, but it is the first time you've smelled sea salt, basically since you left Endsmeet. And the only person who smelled of sea salt in Endsmeet was Mayor Nod.
Did I know why he spelled like that? Did he spend time
'Cause he's
near
a
the
genasi.
ocean?
He's a
Is it because
genasi.
he is a rock man?
I think
It's
he was a
because
rock
he
man,
is a
though.
rock man, yes.
Okay. Guys, this place smells weird.
Mayor's a rock man?
He's an Earth Genasi, Artie.
Yes.
Oh,
Always has
boy.
been.
Never noticed.
Always will be.
Possibly.
Echo peels his face off slowly.
Why do you think he always spoke like this?
In the grating.
I thought he really liked cigarettes.
That could
Yeah.
be it too. No, he was an Earth Genasi. He was very
Rock man.
stone-skinned and with like quartz crystal. He
Yeah,
was-
Rocket Man.
Do I
We remember.
see a genasi in the vicinity?
No,
Didn't you say that they weren't common here?
I did say that. Yes,
Oh.
you don't see a
Pieces are
Genasi.
coming together.
You smell sea salt. Now you smell all sorts of other smells too, but these smells stand out above the others, and that's why you've noticed them.
As we're walking, I'm not going to divert from our path, but I am going to hold on to those scents just to see if they get stronger or fainter as we continue on our way, or if it stays consistently the same.
Okay.
Do you smell something, Lassie?
I was just thinking that.
Jimmy fell down the well.
What is it, girl?
As you all approach the
Mayor
Scroll
Nod
Keepers
followed us
Guild,
here.
it's maybe a good 40-minute walk. Big town. As you're making your way through the streets, you find Taverner Street, you make your way up it, you find the Scroll Keepers Guild. You know it's the Scroll Keepers Guild immediately because it says in a broad banner over the door, Scroll Keepers Guild.
You love to see it.
It's across from what looks like a bank, and then on the other side you see there are a number of other guilds that are of various shapes and sizes. One of them is clearly a merchants guild where they don't sell anything, they just manage merchants. Claudia, you've been hanging onto those scents, and while the sulfur smell has gone away, the others remain. One of them, a new smell, has kind of set in, and it's a flowery smell. River flowers. It's kind of a sweet, tangy smell over everything else. It's pleasant, but these three smells, blood, smoky blood, flowers, and sea salt, are above everything else.
Would it be unreasonable for me to think maybe we're being followed?
Maybe.
Maybe it'd be unreasonable, or maybe that is
That's
the case.
possible. You could consider that.
I think I would consider that.
Mhm.
And who's the most reasonable person here? Ori. I would sidle up to Ori.
Say Artie?
No,
Far
no.
from it.
I think Claudia would sidle up to Ori and say,
I'm smelling some consistent scents that make me think we might be being followed.
We're being. All right.
can I kind of observe the crowd and see if there's anybody who seems to be paying attention to
Roll
us,
investigation.
or
Oh,
As
jeez.
I
can
see
Ori
Claudia.
also
Yeah.
look?
Yeah. Like, as Claudia says this, Ori's gonna turn. They were in front, and whoever's behind her, she's going to. You know what? It's Seeker, and she's going to like grab his shirt and try to pull him down so she can whisper something in his ear. Like she's being very flirty. She's like,
Mhm.
and looking around behind them.
All right, well, you could have just asked.
Roll investigation. Ori. And also
She's like,
a stealth,
oh, okay.
is you are hiding what you are actually doing.
14 stealth.
That's not terrible.
Investigation. It would just be great if I could roll over a 10. There we go. 27 investigation.
Ooh.
God damn.
Damn.
I don't even have plus 19 like some people.
No.
Claudia, you don't see anything. You don't see anyone that seems to be watching you. You don't catch anything out of place. Ori, that is not the case.
Just play along, big guy.
Ori, with a 27, but with a 14 stealth, you catch sight of a half-orc all the way down the street. You lock eyes with her for a split moment as she is basically stepping back behind the building that she's near.
Fuck.
She has black hair, side of her head is shaved. You don't recognize her before, you've never seen her before. For just a split second, you see her, and it's
She
clear
sees
she
me.
was already looking in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
But she vanishes behind the building.
She saw me. Shit.
Who saw you?
A half-orc, dark hair. I describe her, just like Echo just did. She just stepped behind that building. She saw me, though. Damn it.
They
Right,
were
well,
definitely being followed.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe she didn't know that I made her. We could still just press on.
are we in front of the building now?
Yeah,
Where we're
yeah, we
supposed to
might
be
as well
going?
go
Yeah,
inside.
you're right outside
Pretty
the
much,
Skullkeeper's
yep.
Guild.
Right,
I'm gonna just kind of tap your shoulder lightly, Ori, and give you the blessing of the trickster for next time, in case that's
Thank you.
useful.
How long do I got on this altar self? You said
20
minutes. We walked.
Yeah,
Okay,
20
cool.
minutes left.
I'll,
So
I'll,
she disappeared behind this building or a different building?
I pointed out. I don't point. I verbally point it out.
Got it.
Describe it. I have words. That's what I do.
It's not a business. It looks like somebody's two-story home in the middle of the town.
And it's like across and a little ways away.
Yeah, it's,
Down
it's,
the other end of the street. Yeah.
Yes, it's like at this
Okay.
point it's like 150 feet away.
You want me to check it
Okay.
out? She saw
I mean,
us, but she doesn't have to have seen me.
Change too.
Can you?
think
I
Actually,
can't
maybe-
change, but I can help you find them. I know what they smell like.
Oh, do
that
you want
might
to
make
know?
too
Claudia,
much of a
you
ruckus.
notice the smell is fading.
Mhm.
All of them?
All three.
They're retreating.
Well, I've seen
I'm really
her.
curious now.
Let's
I
go
could
then.
follow the scent.
We could turn and start tracking her instead of going into the Scroll Keepers Guild.
Let's do that.
Turn
Okay.
into a tabaxi.
Just looking for any
But-
excuse.
Yeah.
Yes, Ori is. But she does stop and look at Cal and go, or we could go in and find your friend.
We're right here. I feel like we've come all this way. You're gonna remember the
Perfectly
scent if
fair.
you smell it again.
But we might
good
be
point.
assassinated.
We're not going to be.
Alright,
We're
you
not
ain't
gonna be
gotta worry about
assassinated.
that.
Have you seen how many
We're not-
guards are in this city?
Hmm.
The guards could be in on it.
That's a
Exactly.
lot of guards to bribe.
Oh my
We're
god.
not going to be.
What if
we
assassinated.
split up?
Please.
Come on, guys. We're hot shit.
You
We're
have
not
a
that
gonna be
important.
Wait, now, hold on. I do need to point this out, as I feel like Seeker was inclining towards. You have a fucking problem with guards.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Well,
haven't had a good track record with them.
Well, deep breath. These have not crossed us yet.
Right? Not everyone's out to get you. Just
Claudia's
most of the people.
inching in the direction toward where the half-orc was.
I mean, that's like 100. That's so many feet
Yeah,
away.
she's clearly drifting like antsy, like she really wants to.
That's
She's
like
got the
re-
scent.
Tess
Yeah.
reaches out. Tess reaches out and just kind of like closes a hand very gently over her wrist.
Let's go find this charm. We came here to help Cal and Tess. Or you did, anyway, and now I'm in it too.
Right? And then Seeker goes into the door.
Okay,
Oh.
you step into the Scroll Keepers Guild.
Okay.
Secret.
It is-
Max is face into the door. No, I'm sorry.
Look, we're going
Just-
places.
oh shit! I
Doors
forgot
are
The
to
door
open
frame
it.
is pretty low.
I'm sorry. So dumb.
Okay.
Please. I apologize.
Hold on a minute.
Why didn't you remind me? It says push, not pull.
This damn door sticks.
We
this
assumed
damn
you
door
could
sticks.
read.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well,
Alright, so I'm going to place you on a map.
A map.
Yay, a map.
I'm the map.
This
I'm
is the
map.
Scroll Keepers Guild.
I don't own a token with
Despite,
vision in.
you do too. I just didn't
Okay,
place you.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Sorry,
I'm
my
still
bad.
on Malikor.
It's gonna load. Give it a sec.
Oh.
So,
A map.
maybe?
I'm just on Malikor map.
Oh, pretty.
Can I move
It is a
you?
pretty map.
It's
Nope.
just me. I hang out outside.
Hold on, I'm gonna reactivate the map and then reactivate the guild. Come on. Come on, Dooch. Come over here. Please.
I just stay at the door.
Why?
Oh, man.
Why?
You're on this map.
It's a big map,
I see
yes.
one. I see
It's
here.
in case you guys decide to be violent.
You're good. I
Um,
can see to remind it. Continue.
Okay. So, as you enter the Scroll Keepers Guild, there is a bar, not a bar, a concierge at a table in front of you. While they don't have a token, they are there, I promise.
Mhm.
You see a slender human man with glasses look up at you with dark black hair and a widow's peak. He says, "Welcome to the Scroll Keepers Guild. How may I help you? Unless you are here fulfilling a contract, miss." And he looks at you,
Oh.
Lefensa.
I am indeed. I'm here then to see Scribe Garrel. Is he available?
He is preoccupied at the moment.
Oh, well,
I
that's a
also
pity.
have-
Actually,
Oh, I'm
my
sorry.
friends had some business too. We could attend to in the meantime.
I apologize. I do have a delivery for Charm.
Charm. Scribe Charm. One moment, let me see if she is in. Please wait here. And he
Glad to.
stands and he like goes back, and you see he goes between all these numerous shelves that it's really hard to see anything past. There are thousands of scrolls, but on top of that, amongst all these shelves, you see there are thousands of glass containers. Each one is square, and each one seems to be filled with a substance. Some of them are the same substance. Artie, you spot dozens of glass cubes filled with banasite.
Oh,
Amongst
came a
other
little.
ones, you see various body parts. You recognize the Draconis Fundamentum of a young, perhaps it's a Remoraz, or maybe it's actually a dragon. You're not sure
Please
from
don't
here.
steal anything.
This place has so much cool shit.
There's lots of exotic mythical creature
Hmm.
parts in here.
and no obvious guards, Artie. What does that tell you?
That's
Do I need to hold you?
Oh, are there guards?
Yeah,
Sorry,
there
Echo.
are.
Okay, good.
We need
I
a
didn't get
child
to
leash
them.
for Artie.
You see there are a number of full suited armor, the same as the guards you see outside, but they are just standing at the bookends, basically. They're having quiet conversations with each other. They're pretty relaxed about it. You suspect people don't often try to steal from the Scroll Keepers Guild, but they are there.
I pull Ori down close to me. Do you think they could see invisible people?
Absolutely. I think that, yes. Artie, look at me in my eyes for a moment, please. Not today.
Yeah.
Not today.
As you
Okay.
are saying this to Artie, the concierge appears, and closely following him is an Aerogenasi with brilliant white hair. You assume this is likely Charm as she approaches. And she says, "You all have a delivery for me?"
Yes, we're friends of Nazik's. He asked us to bring you a thing.
Her eyes narrow, and she says, "Nazik of Endsmeet."
I don't like the vibes she's giving off.
Yeah, you. Can we insight check?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like she possibly wants to murder Nazik and maybe us,
Oh
or
my
maybe
I'm
she
just-
doesn't believe
God,
us.
guys.
I'm just like still reeling from the drunkenness, I guess, because I can't roll to save my life.
Poor Seeker. He's
I
normally a
still am
very competent person.
inexplicably
Here just
I'm
isn't.
still inexplicably Peggy, but my insight, Valen's insight is 26.
That'd be a good band name.
Inexplicably Peggy.
Mhm.
As you look at this woman at Charm, she seems suddenly impatient, as if this is annoying. It's the body language of someone going, finally.
Oh.
She says, were you supposed to deliver this initially, or is this him attempting to make amends after so long?
Right, well, he didn't really tell us.
The second, probably, because we didn't know about an initial delivery.
Yeah, right. He just said it was important, and that was it.
He just said that we needed to bring it to you, and we
I'm
were
sorry.
coming here.
I should not attack the messenger. Thank you. Do you have it with you?
Curiosity, what does Nazik need to make amends for?
I feel
know
if
if
he
it's
has
any of our
not
business.
told you, I won't either. But you can ask him when you return.
Fair.
Velen will pull out the velour costume dress that is wrapping the amber thing.
This
Excellent.
the
Fabulous.
Charm looks at it with a confused look and says, "That is not what I'm expecting." I don't
He told me
think."
not to touch it, and then she just holds it out.
Oh. She holds out a hand, and a purple mage hand plucks the pouch
amber.
from your costume. And you watch as a second mage hand floats underneath it, and the pouch deposits the amber crystal on it. And she inspects it, and she says, "Perfect."
She double fisted mage hands?
Yeah, she is. You don't know how. She turns the amber crystal in the air in front of her, and it is a perfect shape. It's a cylinder, but with hard edges. It seems as though it's composed of maybe 14 different sides as she looks at it. And all of you could roll me perception if you'd like to get a close look at this thing.
I can't
good at
roll
perception.
above a 10.
We're not killing it, guys. We're too hungover.
Let's go, Peggy.
I'm
I'm
fine.
not even hungover, and I can't roll above a 10.
I have a question before we move on, Echo.
Go for it. What's
This isn't a question, but it's more rather Claudia is still focused on people following them, and so she's highly attuned to the sense around her. Is there anything striking in this vicinity? Do the people smell maybe like they might be related to the
There-
weirdness outside?
No, you are actually really overpowered by the smell of vinegar.
Ooh, they're so tricky
Awful smell.
here.
Yeah, it's not great.
I spilled vinegar in my car once. Awful. So this place is horrendous.
It's not old vinegar. You suspect it's likely the sort of thing used to treat maybe hides, leather. It's just a very powerful smell, and it's taking over everything.
Valen's perception
Gotcha.
was a 17.
Okay.
I think that was.
That was the best so far. Okay.
All right. Sorry. What do I need to roll?
A
Perception.
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 Okay.
Come on, 4.
Yes.
Oh.
Still better than most
14.
of us.
Okay. With a 17 and a 14, the two of you spot inside the amber crystal, and it appears as though it is frozen in place, a tiny quadrupedal form that appears... It's not white in color. It seems to be maybe dark brown or maybe even dark purple. It's hard to tell behind the amber, but it looks like a unicorn.
Ooh. Oh.
Wild.
shit.
Wow.
And as she turns it, she puts it back in its velvet pouch, and she says, when you return, tell Nazik that his promise has been fulfilled.
I will.
You all look as though you're waiting for more.
Sorry, it was a very long trip, and I was hoping. I
For a
didn't
tip,
realize that
I
we
don't
were.
mind providing.
Oh no! I mean, I'm not going to argue with you if you want to give us one, but that wasn't the point. I was actually hoping for something a little bit less concrete and a little more abstract. You see, we were hoping to make some connections while we were here. We're looking for information.
Ah. You find yourselves in the Scroll Keepers Guild and you are seeking information. What a convenient place to arrive.
Yes, it's a lovely happenstance.
Are you here hoping for research? Is this information that could be documented, or is it rumor?
More the latter, I think.
I thought so. Very well.
Sorry.
Rumor as to what nature? As there are things I cannot speak so freely on.
Of course. Well, the first question that I have, I was granted a token and I need to make contact with a government official concerning a treaty from...
The Atchitari.
Charm
Yeah.
looks at you, Claudia, with a raised eyebrow. I see. Can I see this token?
Velen will show it.
The ring?
The ring, yeah.
Aha, I see. Well, there are a number of ways you could do such a thing. Some of them less legal, but faster. Are you in a haste?
We're not in haste. I don't think that we need to be unrespectably quick. There are some pressures on our time that will grow more weighty as time passes.
Well, you could. Well, there are a few ways. One moment, please.
Had to happen eventually.
I'm upset that.
As
go
you're
ahead.
waiting for Charm, she has pulled what looks like just a very small tome out of her sleeve, and as she's looking through it, I need a general charisma roll from you here. This is going to be from Velen, who's been doing most of the talking. Basically, just trying as a gauge to see. Okay.
Oh,
I guess you.
Valen, you don't got nothing for that?
I don't have any inspiration, no.
You want mine? I got one more.
I want
If
it for her.
If you want me to re-roll with inspiration, I will.
God.
I want this for you. I want this for you.
Okay. Okay.
Hopefully, we don't have any
it's a-
boss battles coming up. Don't get in any trouble,
A
guys.
15.
It's a 15 instead of
That's
a
pretty good.
7.
She closes the book as she looks at you and she says, are you sure you know what you're getting yourselves into?
Velen smiles.
I will say this. If you bring this token to the Bankers Guild, let them know you wish to speak with the Architaris. I'm certain they will arrange for Sheriff Reverie to bring you to them.
And you would recommend caution? It would appear?
Yes. Caution and... well... you've heard the rumors. This place is run by vampires.
Everyone looks at Artie.
Velen opens her collar and shows the other token that she's wearing. The Friend of the Kindred token.
Oh.
Mm.
Then you should be fine.
Thank
Just
you.
make sure
So
it's visible.
I will. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Was there anything else?
There was one more inquiry that we were working on, and she kind of glances at Tess and Cal.
Is it my turn? Perfect. So, you, being the purveyor of knowledge, I need to find the seventh trellis. Desperately. And Charm looks at him, and then at the rest of you. I really don't deal with such affairs so nefarious. And Cal says, I don't need to hire them. I need to
It's-
unhire them.
Really rather the opposite.
And Charm looks between the two of you. I understand. But when I say I don't deal with the nefarious, I mean they're beyond my notice. I don't know where they are.
Does somebody here... Is someone here able to speak better to it?
The scribe master, girl,
Ah,
he is at a meeting, unfortunately.
so we heard. I'm waiting for him.
He might be waiting a while.
Oh?
He's at a meeting in Silver's Reach.
Ah.
It'll be at least a day before he's back by Arcanum.
Of course. She kind of looks after, like, where the steward... She's like, hey, he couldn't have told us that. All right.
He doesn't know.
Ah,
Ah.
of course. Well. Well.
To the Bankers Guild in the interim.
Mm.
Certainly. I mean, it makes sense to do as much as we can while we can. When
Yes?
I had a thought. You're a student of the unusual and arcane.
Of course. That is what we handle here.
Do you have any information about curses?
Yes. But I'll need to know what kind, from where, or if you can, show me evidence of it.
Well, I'll have to think about how to do that. Thank you for the information. You've been very helpful. And I'll definitely give Nizik your message.
Good. And so, I believe our business is finished?
Yes, it was nice meeting you, Charm. We're the Wildhearts, by the way.
It's been
I
a pleasure.
realized that we forgot to say that. I guess, Ori, you don't have to be a Wildheart if you don't want.
Oh, we can decide later.
Okay. I was just... We sort of skipped that part.
I wish you all luck, Wildhearts. It's been a pleasure. As you know, I'm called Charm.
Right. Well, I have sort of a personal inquiry, if you don't mind.
Go on.
What are you doing after work?
Meeting my wife.
Ah, shit.
Boom!
Fair
Get
play.
fucked.
But I appreciate your interest. I consider it a compliment. Off you go.
Off we go.
Oh.
As you turn, the concierge says, Miss Lufensa,
Sir.
it is to my attention that you have an object of value that must be passed over.
I do.
Is it with you?
Well, I thought that Scribe Geralt wasn't here today.
The concierge turns and looks at Charm, who nods, and he says, I suppose not.
I'll certainly have it when I come to meet with him.
Noted. I shall make record of your appearance in town.
Lovely.
Good day.
And a very good day to you, sir.
The concierge begins to scribble a note as you turn to leave.
What? Can I see what it says?
This
Yes.
bitch.
It says Ori Leftensa has arrived in Malikor.
Oh boy.
You also see it vanish.
Oh boy.
That's what you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we leave the guild for now,
Okay.
Yes, let's.
and we sort of walk out into the street.
Go to a different guild.
We could, or we could try and find whoever it was that was following us.
That's
We
what I
could.
want to try to do.
I wonder.
That was so hard to keep my mouth shut that whole time. I knew you guys didn't want me to fuck it up, but I had so many
Alright.
questions, and
Marty, you
I
did
wanted-
so good.
I
it's
forgot
fucking-
you were
it's
there. I'm
That was
quite impressed, lad.
amazing.
Physically in pain.
Oh.
from holding
What
it back.
what questions did you need answered that didn't get answered?
Me?
Yeah.
I wanted to know if I can have some Banasite. I wanted to know if that
Oh my God.
Draconis Fundamentum was from a dragon or not. I wanted to read some books. There was quite a few.
All right, we'll
Can
keep that in
I-
mind.
Sniff the air to see if our followers have reappeared.
Yeah, you can smell. Roll perception at advantage.
I love this music, by the way.
Natural fucking
makes-
20, my guy,
makes me
my
so
dude.
happy.
Woof woof,
Good job,
motherfucker.
All right, well, calm down.
All the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what the?
And you smell nothing.
As
You smell the bolt.
with a
Your
25,
own ass.
Oh.
you smell. There's a hint of the sea salt. It's subtle. There's a greater hint more of it's almost like a. It's not the same smell you smelled inside the Scroll Keepers Guild. It's a hint of parchment. It's a hint of electricity, like ozone. But the strongest smell you smell is that tangy floral scent. It's sweet and overpowering over all the other ones. It smells potent.
Close by?
Yeah, you can't tell from where. It's just everywhere.
And that was one of the scents that was following us.
It was much subtler before.
But now
it is
it's,
the dominating
like-
one.
What is my name? Claudia.
Wow.
Wow.
Hi,
I know.
baby.
Jesus, it left my brain hole. She's gonna look at the best investigators, or in Artie, and say,
One of the followers is in the vicinity.
How long did that whole encounter in the guild take?
About 15
The
minutes.
scroll keep. So I got 5 minutes left of this.
Yep, if we're narrowing it down, you are Kabardi for 5 minutes.
No, I'm a
Divine
cat right now.
sense.
Yeah, I'm a
Oh,
cat.
okay.
I'm a cat right now.
Carly.
Look around to see if anybody's taking notice of us or.
Roll investigation.
Okay.
Same, just in case.
Can I have advantage because Ori is paranoid now?
No.
I'll give you advantage.
No.
Yep.
No, you should roll, Artie.
This
roll,
is
you
plus
just roll,
19.
Artie. Jesus, you can't fuck this up.
No.
why I
Yeah, I
told
rolled a
you.
1. You should
That's
roll.
why I told you, Artie.
I feel bad using my investigation that's not for things that
No.
are like
Then why did you?
This is
why did you
important.
get it to 19?
for my science thing.
I just rolled a 1. You have to.
He did.
I
He
rolled
rolled
You
a
got a
36.
36.
Oh, good.
Jesus
Okay, I didn't see
fucking
it.
Christ. That's.
In
Oh.
ding, ding, ding.
No.
Can she beat a 36?
I don't think so.
Yes, she can.
Who is? Oh my God, what's happening?
You don't see who it is?
I don't see anyone. Well, I mean, I see a lot of people, but
I'm not getting
How about I
anything
take
that.
note?
Does Divine Sense pick anything up?
I'm not getting anything that.
Oh my
Yes.
God, have luck.
You do
It's
tell.
like a streak. It is moving impossibly fast.
oh no.
You catch just a glimpse of undead moving
What is happening?
down the street, and
The
it's
vampires
gone.
thing.
The
Hilarity.
instant you sense it, it's gone.
Well, I tell everyone.
Are the Seventh Trellis undead assassins?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
You didn't seem so confident. All right.
I
Hell-
mean, from my
hell, I wonder-
research, they're people.
I mean, anyone in the city could be undead. There's vampires everywhere.
I'm less concerned about that. I'm more concerned. The Seventh Trellis is hunting people specifically connected to the Gladolac, right?
Right.
Do we know if anyone in this big, large city might be a target?
I don't know.
I mean, that might be worth trying to investigate if there's anyone from any temples of
Let's have-
any of those gods.
There's so many possibilities for
Oh.
targets.
Are
there
we
a lot
going
of
to?
temples
Are we
in the
gonna look?
vampire town?
I mean, probably. Are we gonna look for?
Everywhere.
Are we gonna look for the Bankers Guild? Because it's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
I'll keep an
Let's
eye
do
out
that.
for the smells, and if they follow us, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Guild sounds so boring.
What
No,
we're
I just-
doing
really-
it's not going to be boring.
We're trying to meet
it's potentially
vampires,
risky.
Oh,
Okay.
I wasn't allowed to talk, so I kind of just zoned out that whole conversation.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, do you remember that town that we went to where you blew it up?
Hard to forget.
Yeah. So
Stained into
I'm
my
going-
memory every time
Yeah.
I close my eyes.
okay. So what I'm trying to do right now is, follow up on that with the
The
holder
ring,
of
the
the treaty.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm with
so
you now.
we're all on the same.
I'm with you.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah. Yep.
We good? All right, let's
Mhm,
go.
that sounds fun, actually. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You're still a cat, Artie?
For
That's-
3 more minutes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Tess is just petting you like a cat.
Ah. Ah.
So as you go across the street, you go into the Bankers Guild. It is an ornate building. It looks as though it's painted in various shades of gold and white with black accents, and it's beautiful. As you enter, it's not like a bank, not like one you've ever seen before. The lobby is tall with an arched ceiling, and you see there is a concierge, much like in the Scroll Keepers Guild, except this one, she is standing as you enter. She has beautiful black hair. She is absolutely stunning. Her hair is drawn back behind her, and as she looks at you all, she says, "Welcome to the Malikor Bankers Guild. How can I help you? Are you here to start a business?"
I wish I was. No, I'm actually here seeking a meeting, and she, sorry, my brain just totally blanked out on the conversation we just had, but,
It's both of the tokens that have to be.
right. So
Present,
she's
right?
showing, she's showing the friend of the kindred token, and she has the token, the ring on, but she specifically, there was a specific person that Charm told us to ask for.
Sheriff
To be the
Reverie.
one. Sheriff Reverie. Thank you. That was the name that fell out of my brain.
I see. And as she steps around the desk, she kind of looks at the token around your neck and she says, "I shall summon her post haste."
Thank you.
She then pauses and says, "On what business am I arranging this meeting?"
We need to meet with the Ashitari about a matter of historical significance.
Weighty.
Very well put.
Very well. She turns and she picks up a stone off of this desk. It's white marble, and as she picks it up, she quietly speaks into it.
Hello. Sending stone.
The instant she puts the stone down, you don't even have time to really turn and acknowledge when the doors to the Bankers Guild open And the smell, Claudia, is overpowering of what you smelled already.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
Who walks in? Who walks in?
Standing before you is a tiefling.
Oh.
I will, well, as we are closing out the session, I will just paste her right in the middle of the main page so you can actually see it.
Yay.
Sheriff Reverie Achitari
Oh, she's
stands
cute.
in front of you.
Ooh.
Across her,
Very cute.
across her belt is a gleaming rapier that doesn't have a scabbard. You see its blade is actually almost shifting like the night sky. You recognize a Vorpal blade when you see one, Artie. She says, "Off to see the Achitaris?" "Fine. I'm Reverie." And that's where we're going to stop today's session.
Mm.
No.
Everyone has cool names.
What did you say, Tess?
Vorpal.
Everyone has cool
Reverie.
names.
Yeah. Reverie is
Tieflings
cool.
got cool names.
Charm, Reverie,
They get to pick.
cool names.
They do get to pick.
I'd have a cool name too if I got
Vorpal.
to pick it.
Same.
Vorpal blades are so.
Oh,
cool.
she big.
Same
Brandon is
size
a
as
cool
Ursula.
name.
We're all big.
So,
Yeah, they're all
I don't know. I got to pick my name, and I made it Artie the Artificer.
It's such a perfect name for him, though. Artificer the Wizard.
Yeah.
God.
so as we come to the end of our session, I hope you had a good time. Before we go any farther, we are
Oh,
of
yeah.
course going to go to the player votes for inspiration. But
Hmm.
You should start at the bottom this time.
nah, I would like to humbly welcome you all to Malikor.
We
Yay.
did it, guys. It took 600 years, but we
You
did it.
Dooch.
I don't like it. I want to leave.
Oh. I'm giving it to Claudia.
Oh,
Why?
shit. Thanks.
Why? Damn,
Yeah,
why?
I'm also surprised.
You're just
As
staying
you
in
should
character. Even if the way she's playing it, the way you describe things, how very makes sense, and it paints a picture in my mind of how I actually think Claudia would be acting in these situations. Just the subtle details of as she goes throughout the tavern, she's kind of shrinking in as we speak, and it gives me a really good visual and details on it makes Claudia real for me, and I like
Aw.
the subtle little things that you do for that, even if you might not want to play a sad character this day, but it's what's happening. You did good. You did
Thank you,
good.
Dooch. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, next, alphabetically, Hellfrog.
Well, I am voting for Seeker.
Oh.
For mostly just all the shenanigans at the bar. I think you play a drunk pretty well. I enjoy it.
That's very funny. Every time
Excellent.
somebody plays a drunk character, it's fucking hilarious.
That's good.
Okay, next, Pen.
I'm gonna give it to Dooch. There was the comedic timing of Artie turning into it was a kobold during the middle of the day after all of these conversations. He was like, "Wait, what? Was that wrong?" And everyone's like, "Artie!" It was just so good.
Party.
It made me giggle so much.
He took note of the most common creature when they got there.
It was so on point for
So
Artie. Like
smart.
that is precisely what would happen, and
Uh-huh.
it was also equally hilarious. So
You do such a good job, Juice, of playing him so fucking smart, but also
such a
not
dipshit.
observant even a little bit.
His wisdom is not high. It's not actually that bad. I should have switched out of
I feel
charisma.
like
Yeah,
I should
he-
shut my
he-
min-maxing mouth.
Yeah.
He clearly he puts all his care and attention into stuff that interests him and nothing in anything else.
I think he's a
And I
little, maybe
respect
bit
that.
autistic. A little, on the
Little bit,
spectrum.
yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
bit. Oh
Little
yeah.
sprinkle.
All right. Remily.
I like that.
Oh, that's very
Sheriff
funny.
Remily.
God, I'm everyone. I always wanted to give it to everyone. I am this week deeply split, particularly between Artie, my BFF, for the ridiculous shenanigans of all kinds with Alter Self, and also for not talking during
That's
Velen's
character
moment,
growth.
which is huge. However, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Velen this time for nailing it with the charisma and the doing of the talking. Several, like most of the session, in fact, I think kind of subtly, but Velen, I think, carried a lot of the information that we got. And also just this sort of like on one hand, like really on about that, it is also very clear that she's still on this mission, that like this is kind of like her main focus. And I also loved the performance at the stage, just sort of like, there's a stage, cool, I'm on it, bye.
Oh yeah.
Like it was just a very, like, I think we got to see a lot of sides of Velen in this episode in a way that we don't often get to see this many sides of Velen.
Which, speaking of, Sal, who do you think?
It's
earned the
me.
point?
It is.
I was thinking about this. It is always hard, to pick, because it is such a good group, and I do enjoy everyone. I feel slightly awkward now because you just gave it to me, but I am going to give it to Tess for trying to protect Velen from herself, and also Claudia, and just like trying to be the protector.
Absolute mom.
Momming, yeah. Ori did it too, but Tess was the one who like awkwardly lurked in front of Velen's door in the middle of the night because she knew she was off. And so that was my vote.
Thanks. We don't have Gideon here, so Tess has to like.
We've got a parent.
One of
Somebody's
them
gotta
has to
do
have
it.
the parent energy, and it's clearly not gonna be Cal.
Aw. Cal's a cutie butt.
No, he's not. Not that.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he's
He's
not
not
gonna
a
do
parent.
it.
Yeah.
No, not a parent.
Seeker.
I got to give it to Artie for the whole ordeal and the scroll keepers. Just the because Ori was like no, and Artie's like, oh fine, and then not saying anything about anything until we got outside. He's like, fuck man, that was so hard.
But he did it.
That was very good.
That was very good. That was so well played.
Mm-hmm.
So, why is
Ooh,
it not
I said
Claudia?
that.
Okay.
Claudia is the determiner.
Artie, you've earned an inspiration point for today's session. Now, how else can we celebrate Malikor other than with a level up?
Yeah.
Yes. Two
Claudia,
things. I
been a
have to
while.
say.
Elves, guys.
What do you have to
Two
say?
things I have to say. I got an inspiration for not talking this session. And secondly, I was gonna I'm not taking anything from you, Pen. I was gonna give it to Frog, for her whole little backstory and the tie-in with the swim thing, but I decided on the toss-up between Frog and Pen because I thought Frog was gonna get a bunch of votes. So I'm like, I should be fine. I really liked your play with the whole swimming thing in the bag, and then you said you made up some shit too on the spot, which wouldn't
Yeah,
have ever
dude.
noticed.
No.
You
Dude.
flawlessly seamed that in, so you did great.
Thanks.
Honorable
Yeah,
mention.
you're
And for
amazing.
honorable mentions,
Amazing per
go
usual.
Tess for the kiss the girl. Love it. For
Sha-la-la-la.
saying what everyone is thinking, or at least me, Pen.
I
La
think
la la
I
la
think
la.
it's I think it's so funny, like Tess. Like I want to make it like clear that like they have known each other a really long time, and I'm just like, I can detect your thoughts, my fucking guy. Like, come on.
Cal knows. Cal knows.
Yeah.
You got stuff
He's
going
playing it
on.
coy.
Yeah, like what's
Yeah.
up?
You guys
We're
are like,
adventurers.
you're dealing with vampires. Now's not the time.
And
No,
dragons
it's
and
absolutely this is why it is
Always the
exactly this time.
time.
This is
Anyway.
why it is exactly
That's
this
what
time.
Cal's saying. Cal's like, no.
Just want you
Mhm.
all to note that for Velen's 4th level spell, I am taking freedom of movement.
That seems good.
That
Yay.
is character growth.
She can
That's
move
I looked at
herself.
I looked at a couple of different ones, but there's just no way.
Fourth
Oh.
level
not.
spells? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I get flash
we
of
go.
genius.
You get Flash of Genius. That's huge.
Is he
The other
feeling
one that I was
motivated?
excited about potentially taking is Dimension Door because I love being able to zap across battlefields. But no, freedom of movement, it's too in character to. She's been stuck too many times.
Yeah,
This is a gift.
absolutely.
Guess what? I get a third second level spell
Now you can
Ooh.
Now he
cast
can
Alter Self to your heart's
3
content.
times.
for like an eighth of the day. I could
Uh-huh.
just be
Oh,
somebody
God.
else.
I can
Oh,
make the melee
fuck,
hit people hit
guys.
harder now.
You sure can.
Right.
Guys, I have polymorph always prepared all the time.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow,
That's
thanks,
amazing.
Jamino.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Jamino. I also have Dimension Door. Apparently, is my always prepared spell. Is another one.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah, you're gonna be all over the battlefield then.
that'll be great.
A trickster.
Okay,
I didn't even know
spells.
that.
Trickster. Yeah, the spell list for
Yeah.
Trickster is A+.
She gave me Blessing of the Trickster like literally 15 minutes ago.
So, as we come to the end of the session, I hope you all had a great time. I sure did. To all of you who are watching from home or work or whatever,
Hi,
we
Pan.
love you, and I can't wait to see you next time.
Bye bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.